skin problems, weight loss, anti-aging, and more. We will give advice on dieting for all medical conditions. With over 20 years of experience, Natural Link can naturally help you cure many diseases. Ani, mitrese, yebeboa etu yare biara asi woni peduanimu. Ebi ti se blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, akumayare, arthritis, kidney and liver diseases, prostate enlargement, mitre mema yare, asthma, hair loss, se wutiri hu etutuo, empo cancer, kokram yare, any yare bebre ase. Obroni says, seeing is believing. Yade abefu efidie behwehwe woni peduani nyinemu. Eyi yare biara ehinta epie. Enunti frayen was 07384 647 300 or 07459 889 152. Address 9 to 11 Gunnery Terrace, Woolwich Arsenal, London SE18 6SW. Email holisticforall@gmail.com. They say prevention is better than cure, but we say prevention is better than intervention. Dr. James Natural Link, purely natural, getting well natural.
Me obesima, intimate me kunyim kom. Ebinom say a true inti in a worry action. Nanso the secret and say me kojomwa. Ya misha your mama's choice. Say your mama's choice fufu. Say your mama's choice ape. Nikari anaso mama's choice mackerel. And one ajima worry esiwo you. Mama's choice.
And now can you say love? Mama's choice. The best choice to make is Mama's Choice. Mama's Choice, a Ghana dish and oye, or boy for chidom, and I'm say, or to end by any if we Ghana for, no dia pomodin bina asane akahu. Mama's Choice for food is so, and this is a yanum de yaukana F quick at Sodom. Ukweja manswa, and my choice beer and that dow. Mama's Choice for food, Mama's Choice abe, Mama's Choice Gary, Mama's Choice mackerel, never chihuahua raciwo. Mama's Choice products now in all UK shops. For bulk purchase, call 078 08 22 5757. Mama's Choice. Been dear, you be
Menu makwekwe sa sempa kania. Semenam na meti asempa na mamo amane a na ma no keka me. Anyem bia what ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Se wo ka say door to door for no de na watwa. E sense wo bia ne wa wo say wo sa door to door business nim. Wo nyoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana. Ana say Germany a wo de ko Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks ebe kwa kodu nipa ne puno no say try. Na de mo demonstration ko say adwuma de we mu ne say wo mo bo no. E da from say boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. Ewo air freight special service. And on your money, you never for play. Intin Tempana, Quakudu. Obey for Sapa, we also the new free Ghana, Aqua UK, and Germany. FAGG them, which are also in a year. I mean, drop a bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pair and a 40-footer and a 20-footer container. UK, Ediba Ghana, and Germany, the Bagan. Oma Manio Mayemre, import to, export to, them there for you. Omo Ghana Namani 0249 170 423. UK has over Freya 790-802-7527. Germany so 9173-771-2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantam. Wana Beboya Basso. Mary, next time in your fill up from the Bebro.
Sit back, enjoy the show. Wow.
Don't touch that dial.
You hear the Furian Ponson. KK Fusu. Water. Kojo entry. That's the bread drumming out. Then you know you're listening to Rainbow Radio. Best music.
Rainbow Radio.
Yedi abruchiri aba Ghana. Yedi Ghana akwa abruchiri.
I started hearing the planes around 2 a.m. local time, and I heard a huge sound, a loud bang that moved all the windows, not only on my place, but around the area. And immediately after, I saw a huge smoke, a cloud of smoke, and that almost blocked the entire view, and a lot of detonations. And immediately after, a lot of people started reporting from different parts of Caracas, of the capital of Caracas, the same things that I was witnessing, the same reports, the same explosions, the same sounds of planes and helicopters flying all over the city. Now, we do know that the Venezuelan government, Nicolas Maduro, issued a statement, and the government confirmed that this attack was not only in Caracas, but in Miranda and Aragua, and also in La Guaira. So Aragua and La Guaira are very important locations in Venezuela. Military, they're very important for the military, of course, but in La Guaira, it's where the port and the airport are. And apparently, there are reports of the port of Venezuela being absolutely destroyed.
Great music, great conversation. Rainbow Radio, 92.4 FM and DAB+.
Rainbow Radio, you're born at the station Papani, 92.4 FM.
Rainbow Radio, 92.4 FM and DAB+. Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station. Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station.
Okay, this is my motherland, Lady Ghana tiny. Anything I go talk, we make a tiny. Bo, Bonia, hey, Boni Dane Fay, many me feel he kati, many won't pay. Malabahi gay, friendly Bajamin Cabo. When you look on Yala, where me kept I promise on my own, I'm over Tayani and Shona. Ling off a Bina Sana, Libukuna, no Shona.
Kowan kabila kapito Zahira kai banda bambanci mu daina zalunci Ubangijin Allah wai ma sunci ya fi komai annan Muhammad wai ma sunci ya fi komai iyayenmu wai ma sunci ya fi komai
See, this is not a peace song, it's a love song. Peace and Ghana getting married, keep the love strong. See, a peace we cannot risk. War at home is like cardiac arrest, cause home is where the heart is. Let the trumpets sound victory. The battle that we won is a battle for a peace. We promise
let the trumpet, let the trumpet, let the trumpet. Let the trumpet sound victory. What's up, Ghana? What's up, motherland? I'm feeling like something different, you know. Amazing. You're still fixing things, resetting the economy. Oh, this is you. It's you. As you say, wait, turn. A beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Today happens to be the 3rd day of January 2026, the year of our Lord Divine Selection. Considered all of us, and we're still in the midst of the living. You know what? The richest people in our midst couldn't buy the year 2026. So why are you not grateful to the Divine Majesty? Why are you not appreciating it? Why? I think you do appreciate everything that our Savior, our Father who art in heaven, did provide during the course of the year 2025. And, well, how many days now? 3 days into the new year, January, on the 1st, on the 2nd, on the 3rd. As we step into 2026, I want to also thank you, and especially you, the person who takes the time upon himself and set aside a portion of your beautiful time to share ideas with us on this program as it is in Ghana. I'm more than grateful, and I want to thank you for the love, loyalty, and support you continue to show. A new year is not just a change of date. It is a fresh opportunity to rise. We also have to think about rebuilding. We also have to acknowledge that we have an option, and that option is to rewrite our stories. So let the year 2026 be the year you believe in yourself. Again, you got a life, and that's the ultimate important thing. There is no rich man at the cemetery. Do you know that? There is nobody who could tickle him or herself and say that I'm very rich, but I'm still not alive. Nah. So we have we have to keep that at the back of our minds. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to think that 2026 is the year for us to believe in ourselves, and then regain momentum, the mojo, once again. No matter the challenges that you faced yesterday, remember that every setback carried a lesson, and every lesson has prepared you for greater things ahead. So we have to anticipate something positive at all times. Do not let fear, do not let doubt, or past failures limit your future. Work hard, stay disciplined, and remain kind. Success is not built overnight, but through consistency, patience, and faith. And there's another one that says, where determination exists, failure can never dismantle the flag of success. Wherever you are listening to me, Sir Rich, on this program, and my team from London, the capital of England, Accra, the capital of Ghana, Kumasi Osekrum, the second capital, from Manchester in the UK or anywhere around the globe, know that your dreams are valid and achievable. May this year bring you good health, peace of mind, renewed strength, and endless possibilities. Keep pushing, mate. Keep pushing, keep praying, and never give up on yourself. Happy New Year. The year 2026, it will be blessings upon you. And all I ask God is one day at a time, because He will renew your right to be on this planet Earth without your consent. I know you've had a good time during this 2025, and definitely know people also endure certain different categories of painful experiences, but notwithstanding that, you still got your life. And I have nothing but to proclaim the name of the Divine Majesty up there with Asida Bain and the Enfamano. Asida Bain and the Enfamano. Huh? Let me say belated Merry Christmas, because many other Japan wishing me to be Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. The Rashid Unbreakable, Rashid did absolutely brilliant. He did over expectation. I expected it, but it was over. Rashid, bless you, mate, bless you. Rashid of 87.5 FM. Did occupy my seats while I was a bit away on 2 consecutive Saturdays. Unbreakable Rashid. Nice one, brother. Nice one. Well done. That was absolutely brilliant. Let me say a big hello to Emmanuel Ashley Numo Quante Numo Tete Dromo. Let me say hello to Audrey G of Tema Community 5, the As It Is in Ghana team, Apostle Polo Usufrim Paul. How are you doing, sir? Happy New Year. Let me say hello to Mami Gladys Mensah in the music industry, Gladys Bosco. How are you doing? Let me also pay a compliment to lawyer Koba Jassi. Now in the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Koba Jassi Mechabe Bray. Openi Kwejesiama aka Puene. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Great, amazing. Amazing. I'm sure it's something. You better share 2027. 2027, better share be watching. Or see geniuses in up here about it. My catch me present you too. It's me Gideon Abreka Sassam, like General Sobesho, who will go Jacka Kwemaka, Bobicum, Kujatre, Kwansha, Bow, the most sophisticated weapon in Yankopong. I have bought for trading Ponyanko Ponyachayeno. And the brain, the sophisticated aspect within the confines of our anatomy. I'm just the brain. And the Samu did the wound usually. What he has here? Great. Mano. I've a bubble topics in this so as it is in Ghana. Yakurai. Oh, Sebo de Hego Goseni Bessia. Then Yasam Yankan come penny between Kuma Penny Fraco Fan and Semwa and then a Yachi or Mampeni be and the ya. And yes, some cranny. I was a lie. Hey! As of Donald Trump, no, yet just say, Andrew being this guy, and I said to trust him, the end of that, Nasaka Cabin, the men, some day, but Panade. What Venezuela Mampeni. Wasoni mu asoni yirimu wetime wurakuru makọ mampani asuye akọfa Venezuela mampani ednaba be hye mantwa no so America ho obi se fasa cool Italiano so ofan bibiro likuru asoso o se bode hey ready ani asekwa na kuzo yase. Wow. Venezuela didn't need to Russia, so I did Russia. It's me. I answer making statements. Said there be the cost of money and jehu. Then Russian team for Kokobobian come America. I be for about the principles and communum. Ye baby say who say susiam pass who susie and susan sobe nebeba. A dear Tina Brante Donald Trump ako fa Venezuela mampeni se enwa. A dear painty, but pay better Kunyano so film Pinuni Dumiansa 2013. I was for a kaka crab, not just 2026, you know. Lanka papa in fear Dumiansa no. And as in fear Dumiansa and Uncle Okolo. I was for papa bet na swono. Nipa a Janya fi Venezuela chrome hono. I or pepe or pepe back where I reckon 1 million. A Johnny. Opposition leaders be Johnny. Na say Nobel Prize winner ba kwa ye born na balba na baso na sa bodin kese de to no so no abija for ye ono so adwane from political persecution abija for nanu adana ye Russia America e ko to bomb kese bi to ye ship bi ma adanya ship no e de cocaine drugs kese na etu na mo abija for Latin American potemo will be in Venezuela and young Cuba pani Cuba. Venezuela it me commande franc wankasa. Yaka frangwa o commande frango. E maybe a chum fear junior chinam veka in Kura wama shad dust to the Capana Venezuela eka home. I'm Javo. And if Fidel Castro and Chavez the official or better so pay a hankuna do 1999. On the lawyer Sreni Soja ni paratrooper. Awa bedri so ya dwumanum ono so be ye ne de kopim se cancer therefore be kumpa pay to twene ye ebisafo hona mampani a wote so ya kofa ne se enwe betena so ebisafo be boroboro so bebre kokobo be na America de ma no American shede sebi o move Venezuela and anu adabo so me be se ba ko na wotwe na America mampani e ka che Venezuela se for when you to trust some said drugs like a CN de keka ho na wo di hu kokume Oma Nicolas Maduro Bonesta Konaka Chances when I said to trust Semino, a deal Bemana tour via Venezuela Hono, and Nibe. Observer Branchi and Sheda and Tiedi America kind, as small kinds America you to trust some to do. American Timmy be or yes sovereign nation what didn't hono America ain't Timmy and Mamma Candy or Pencheno. Na no other America ko bombo ne shine and I said ne shape na ne since you so no. Venezuela said there be no any drugs be album. Ye near dance ye be say or Mampeni President Nicolas Maduro a year drugs be. Now so no a year America Mampeni Donald Trump a case su pain those in the pain sir. Papa no a bo one night a deal in drugs was so much kutupa. Emma Ekoso. Na nam se ni sika wo kromo 77 period a toilet roll kram father ho. Si di ho den se o currency ni bebre. Ave kro na jija edum penso bi se mbekaya na Venezuela one ti krom ho no no abusua na wo mo resume wa kwaye brecho mu wa zoom aboa no ho ye no nofo ani a chebe e komtisi wo ayare sabe nyina to pansam ye. Na yes how the Venezuela to mi kuro Ghana ho Ghana ye far better. For US Eco strike your mahuma chin. Now, I'ma capture Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro after a large-scale strike on the South American country. U.S. President Donald Trump and the Bekai. Sabredi baby e dina kwashe ebisi oshe California, ebisi oshe Pennsylvania, ebisi na kwashe Virginia. Amanfo nshede ehu de ewumu afena enche Donald Trump baba abekasa. Trump said Venezuela's left-wing president and his wife were flown out of the country in a military operation in conjunction with U.S. law enforcement. It is special forces of America and they to Venezuela so esa anapay. Wait me a silence you be a watu to bomb neutralize asrafo e bon ho ban nyina akwa chia no se sa mam ye ba be chimwako abusuafo it happened on the 3rd of January 2026. Explosions were reported across Venezuela's capital, Caracas, in the early hours of Saturday morning, including military bases may be neutralizing horrible. Venezuelan government has demanded proof Maduro is alive and deployed its armed forces. In the Venezuelan some defense minister say, "Omo person who said Maduro any yere yinkuomo and no de minu obi enim se yinkuomo na se yinkuomo." But America say the omo ba America, US, Donald Trump say the omo mienu nyina aba America. Where am the defense minister so say oba be deploy na srafo nyina full out. Abujafo sabro bi nim de ba kokusie ebra Venezuela emre bi atwam 2013 sa man panin eba betena so no owura Maduro so no mo be kaya 2013 no frango boko from say show abujafo na ye hwa aye commodity pa ekone boko soro ye gold sabra me no kase konkon ho no mo survive a little bit e wo oil ho. Venezuela down for panic Cuba because of one of our doctor for nyina efri. Cuba ni didwa, Russia ni didwa, China ni didwa. Intina ni da China and Russia so. Sabri de amana ye hu pa de sebusia. Russia en share dan fa na no disembia mai. So we Venezuela mo so nyi Venezuela mo mi no mi ntimi nkyere. Na mom say Russia en so be big trigger no say ni business interest be America for betra so a. For Russia and the other BRIC nations no Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Na yes also mo teni o mani ekobo Venezuela. Na for mo teni o mani ekobo Venezuela dia. And na Americans ni NATO forces for no. And as one like come boom European countries ni United States of America no. One mo so mo ni o mutijina na eye huhu ye pinso. Until say ebia Russia say see am say Russia de dia ba bontian say men ye ni nye de akoso no ho. Omo condemn America. Omo cast omo so betu America so sa. Omo insist say papa na yere emfiri hono Venezuela for nankasa ene say yenyi papa na yere ana Cuba so de na no atum kakra say America yi won timi metrewia simpopo bia na anu ada na wotwe mu no ana otoshe Nigeria so no ko bombo Nigeria importebi ho say Islamic State for edia kakabensem yam brasem ne apofesem omukunkuma Christopher yakuma Christopher do odika bomu kokosene odi Venezuela mampenino. Maduro's capture comes after heightened tension between the two countries, with Washington striking boats in the Caribbean it says are being used to carry drugs. The American Washington ebija tu eshini say grebo. The US has accused accused Maduro of being personally involved in drug smuggling. The US, America, they were bomb Maduro, Coco, and that's what they are shadow capital, cocaine, drugs like class A, all the category A class drugs, you know, what Maduro said, or no, and the show Machikutupa, or no, and the smoke because the Cielo, the currency way at hata, a confita, Venezuela for Nipa, Nigani free Krum Hormo. Life expectancy rate is what Tiaba from. It is Sadia or resorted to the use of cocaine because no, they don't bought a Castro. Pablo Escobar for a month for we did drugs. Almost say almost sponsor and many people to me by Montpellier as a cruel offense of Venezuela and also. The US has accused Maduro of being personally involved in drugs. So at the moment, there are few details anyway about Maduro's capture. Trump did not give more details about how Maduro was detained or where he has been taken. And up to now, may President Sabrino will be a better soon baby Maduro and you say you train ye and almost show Montadia or banning the cool dump Pemna or Maduro Krala Sabi Predators on Yan Lande. Niaka says, please stop it. I'm going to switch it is Shatadia and a true judge and so. Mom was America, so the bus is the way to address a woman. They are more from Amibia, Mom, yes, also she appealed to Nafa or Watadia Gusuna Bessi Emma Yanko. Maduro was captured by the US Army's Delta Force. The Delta Force. Now, the name of Choknor Negaze Sinikeke. For US Special Delta Force, the military's top counterterrorism unit, according to the CNN, according to BBC, almost say Trump is due to hold a news conference at the Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida. And 11 o'clock in the America for that means 4 o'clock exactly, and net 4 o'clock Donald Trump but apart from drugs or they are told so, apart from political persecution, apart from someone treating the crew, apart from say, or detaining a man for prison without trial, apart from say, all of a sudden, politician, all of a sudden, criticizing the guy, Maduro's government, and near say, oh, you bit me, I'm a Trump is coming to deliver a speech. GMT and 1600 where further details about the operation I'm not saying he's coming to disclose everything, may be released because this is very strategic, this is very tactical. They need to make a plan and come out so that it will not trigger any possible mayhem or chaos because Venezuela, other countries depend on Venezuela. Oil, fango, other countries depend on them. Now, Venezuela can also take another drastic measure, say, in Krunkwere Frango Komoma for ye jai. Ye momu bium. Ye nimsi kuruna say. We will strictly depend on other countries. Almost when it comes to area of importing stuff from them, when it comes to area of patronizing other commodities or products, but definitely not our oil. It can also lead to all of a sudden say, yeah, but to franc boom, and to be dependent on Venezuela. And I say Venezuela, it means supply franc gubialo, or bet me so take the second option, say, Afadia, maybe my franc go bolo, to say, I want to Jimino. So it's very dicey here. So that is why maybe Donald Trump will be very economical. Maybe will prove to us, say, Papa Neireno, Yenkuomo, Papa Neireno, Bibian Yomo, Omo safe for Hanamo. Ediana Donald Trump bet me at Ediano, or bet me I'm a dynasty with US, near the Papana Atum, United States of America. It is looking a bit blurry here, but not until 4 o'clock this evening. Donald Trump Russia and respondo, all the BRIC nations and respondo, China and respondo. All the strong economies now we are now. How many Venezuela ever strong ties Cuba and responded into be a chance of Trump about Casa by 4 o'clock. And our defense minister and foreign minister Sinipa Bibrin, we are fin no more kind. because military base when Peru, civilians one are now almost within the presidential Villa Horman. I say your Mampeniasri or Hono be Brina de wu. It's a fin ye penny be a free robbers mu. A fin ye pija penny be on be same Musa American be a Delta Force for special forces no Baku Krampa and Twana Nanamu and Siedo. That is the report so far. Once again, I am for no one knows what is going to happen next. At the moment, Venezuela's Vice President Delcy Rodriguez said the government did not know where Maduro and his wife, the First Lady Celia Flores, Maduro were, and demanded immediate proof of life for both of them. It's Venezuela Vice President Yan Chinibi into a Sicilian who he said Donald Trump be respondo the country's defense minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez one of the Australia Asraf one be call all out. Meaning no man did done fragadam sisa woman penikoya. But Sabre the defense minister say it was so sacrificing the whole armed forces of Venezuela just to prove to Donald Trump say and no kwana ye bema he would do it. That is all. So according to the defense minister, Vladimir Padrino Lopez, he claimed the strikes hit civilian areas and said the government was compiling information about dead and injured people. He added that Venezuela would resist the presence of foreign troops. Venezuela's government issued an official statement denouncing the extremely serious military aggression by the U.S. against Venezuelan territory and population in civilian and military locations. Now, it accused the U.S. of threatening international peace and stability and described the attack as an attempt to seize Venezuela's strategic resources, particularly its oil and minerals. Venezuela for oil pano frango. Venezuela for the ebo bano. The whole world na kakrabe kubia. I say America botine say the frango any nyankopon achomo a natural resource no. And na Donald Trump or see in an attempt to forcibly break the political independence of the nation. Topics na akalas ebi. Yeah, and topics na also. Memphis like a share come Losiga. Losiga, thank you very much. DJ Fu, well done as well. DJ Fu. Amazing, and that was absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys. Bootlicking of the highest order. Fifi Kwete descends on NDC members calling for a third term for Mahama. That is getting dicey here. Constitutional Review Committee for no, I'm recommended say uncle third term. But you ask me, Sir Richie, say a third term be say Mahama be I'll tell you, say it's too early for you to be anticipating or envisaging that. It is too early. Even though the Constitution is a bit grey, the Constitution never said so. The last time Rashid Unbreakable was even saying something about that, the Constitution never says the two terms. No, it was say consecutive, and as if one from the 1 4 year to the next 4 year, like Nana Danko Kufuor-Adunyane, the 2016 to 2024. Name momo say ye to betiao. Na sa osa bebiuma. A resetting be one term, and na say ye de be second term no. I don't know. I said the school for now P4. Now ye repeat me. Say be as a rich would do abon count P4. Now be a day Rashid Echo P5. Ye Joshua Echo P5. Now say rich metin my name. Now say Joshua ne Rashid it was P6. Now me submit me yere me when I be P5 now. Still some lose 1 year be wo, which I can never gain that back. It's ideal in the case of many omina ko. It's English about you may failure kwala wa exams. There be utrew na musa and also bankaraju yeru enu wabo ba mwani na ho yeru ate dia na hia ni afre ja dia afre na yeso ba no le IQ sa na uba ni IQ anu den pa we very good we say ye ba yen kase betina wa name. It no matter what, I've lost 1 year there. ideally ebia se kamene Rashid ni Joshua etimi ko P5 no bomua and kebe try the same exams on the same day. I've lost 1 year. I've lost and I'll automatically become subordinate to them because I'll classify them as my seniors. So I won't even have the opportunity to sit the same exams with them. So at the time I'm graduate here free university, me 1 year behind still. Into that 1 year, be a job prospect that time, not job market boom on benya jumantem. Maybe time because I'm a failing, I'm near bomb fukuru for and the bekashi boom to be not the limitations be about my brabum. So that is why the constitution is not clear. Sir, your mom penny, your cassa 2 terms now, would be 4 years. That's also did twice to be never 8 years consecutively. What me and ya 2. And now says so, Koba could now fail near repeat you are. But I could not ukoye no ashiagu. And do some bebium na obi be shame okufo do be shame na sa obebium a constitution is reset na ho echo 1 term and I say ye did that na no ada na be ka ho na ye 2 terms. And the constitution is failing. But I personally think it's too early for a lot of people to be calling, say, Ura Mahama bro. Yeah, he's doing well. We saw for over last year. He's doing well. I would say he's doing well because he's still kind of stabilize the currency and are gaining momentum. Are very strong. We're looking at about 40% now gaining against the major currencies in the world, including the pound and the US dollar as well. But that is too early for us to wish, say, on transfer for the next 1,000 years. That is too early, I think it's too early. And I don't really think, say, for peace and tranquility to prevail. Well, the masses can be calling for that. But what triggered that conversation? Okay, can we change the constitution so it becomes 5 years? And Muhammad cannot give you and I any excuses. Say, 1 year no me buy and I'm second year na feda me be in the can we make it maybe 5 years? The offer the opinion piano no correct. But I want to carry ni bread. The moment you because Muhammad Sama metnaso the next 4 years you better or about 2024 me boy 2025 or the kunim 2024 yes so in 2025 in figure crass hard than him or we are some me beka hono na e be your brain be so on man so ba or you very innovative, very genius, very creative but na brain e bo akokwara e ba dodo na e ba be obsolete e be data cra. So let's stick to that constitutional elements that highlights the 2 terms. And the 2 terms, they have to also clarify that. They have to explain to us. Say, 1 and 1 consistently or continuously, or 1 and a kufu bishim no kwa 1 na pepegu. Yes, I shall see you. We want that clarity there. But in the meantime, let sleeping dogs lie. That man is not even interested when it comes to the 3rd term. Maybe he's been hypocritical there. Maybe that's what they are going to, because that man has got unprecedented record. Because why MP 1999 as saying obey a deputy minister, obey a minister, obey a running mate, obey appointments be obey a president 2012 or co-opposition was ababe mampeni opposition for 8 years was ababe mampeni why DC the record here he can boast of credentials a lot. But I don't think that automatically makes him the only person with that sophisticated part of the anatomy, the brain, to be extremely genius. That's incomparable. No. There are decent people in Ghana as well. We tried him for 4 years. The year 2012, by the kindest case, the sudden departure of Ura Jonathan Atamils, up to 2016, he lost the elections. Therefore, Ghanaians decided to test a different person. Maybe Akufo-Addo is making Mahama look say he's our only solution. Maybe MPP Mahama look say only the only solution. But maybe there's someone there with the nation at heart. I don't think they should be contemplating on the 3rd term. It is unwarranted. It's unnecessary. And I think they have to debunk that conversation. It is not right to me. Say, yes, I'm John Dramani Mahama 3rd term. But notwithstanding that, the voice of the people happens to be the voice of God. If the masses are crying for Mahama to come for the 3rd term, it's up to them. But left me alone. It's too even early for us to be thinking about that. Moreover, say someone the 3rd term, but Ghana for and they be deciding. I've told you what we know about U.S. strikes on Venezuela. They've captured Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and wife as well. Ebonowa remanded pending psychiatric exam to reappear on January 15. I was for Ghana police go no mache dodo. And omukra omo nyinanka wose omo tumirike feel Liberia chichini benche say Ebono was in sure babeto inti nipa dasani nipa timinya daje say we are coming ebo we are coming say can ebo dynamic might be o hon man say ayi to paye bia na bomb bia nkokuo mu nyina. For why are we doing that to ourselves? Yeah, we're serving a living God. I'm a strong believer. I'm a Christian. And I'm proud of it. It wasn't my fault I was born a Christian, no. But I don't think I can be misled by some of the so-called renowned men of God. When I used to work at Radio Make, I was so for being about no. I saw for more far metama machine simpia say a genie din okumase and sana me di jo twinoko etukwano. I saw for baby say Richie, ya who bibi o hase ya see a bompire my hey, stop it, mate. Leave me alone for Christ's sake. Yankopon no mama idea say me create me program na me famba me yero. O nkaso obokume. Wona oba be catch me Yankopon catch so bibi baba ye me ho. Mushama to hell with you. So for some of them are good. Some of them are very straightforward and truthful. Yes, of course, Yankopon yin chireni pa wadayem. But bono akuju twankwa pia se wakɔren selfo na ase de wo hu pubi da ho na wɔdae na sa soro chi bi bɔne nsuo bi pagya no soso ne dae bɔne basa bi na ɔde bae se bibia kan so mmenwene kodoɔ. Na Yankopon kan jenzo ko jata mienu mambetum asuru mienu mbetum enwe mienu mbetum onche nanche mienu mbetum because obeseli ase dia emu na be na omasa ba asasi su bi se no wa ye no nanka utimi ko chijata ba ko pani ba ko no wa chese bo ba ko wa chi one na yiri nyina nanka ne se guom ko ho de se rich ka be hwa me say yes ebono wanie Ebono wa yenye udeni uyeboy Ebono wa yenye be se nkode hyase we jata anonko nanka ho nanka komode no pa nonka se maame Yankopon so nsuo ba be 20 maame nankai maame fa nkonko hye eye koduo nu wate eye hu se ampa nanka no de no ho che no so wa amene na yes ye Ebono wa yenye udeni uyeboy Ebono wa ntimi ankoche jata ba ko ntimi anche sebo ba ko na Ghana fo atu atese dio machi abusafo if I happen to be the president of Ghana sankrofo ni nyina be community service womu nyina be community because Ghana efi nti ehia nipa omu ni hweye na yedimo motisa gota no bi mu mo prepare kromo na sa nipa na tu atese ko hono mo no emergency a spread omu nyina de ayi praya hye wensa ye de shavwa hye wensa ye de kenta kura we say ya bo we kehire we sa walantu walansa we tigotem ne de gukentemu. Imagine one day the way Accra ebeye fe sabe yesi akwakochi bonuwa aye ko hwe na dwunim wache I was like, come here, say, dada. Oba new John Dramani Muhammad New Year message abrɛ abusuafo New Year message no me pese ye bɔ ɛho empopoye kakra na yetie ɔse na ni abrɛ pa ɔse daakye na nyina ye dia Ghana fo nyina dia nti ye momoden a sɛ ye besum daakye na ye dia wampani. Well done, thanks for the encouraging message. Sɛ daakye na ye wampani, but I keep telling you, and I've said this over and over again, talk is cheap, Mr. President. Talk is cheap. So may who said daakye na ye dia. Mr. President, you still know, say, up to now, qualified graduates, qualified people, they are willing to serve the Ghana Armed Forces. Omu try bribers and omu them. Omu ko police, omu try bribers, sir. Omu ko a Navy, omu try bribers, sir. Air Force, yeah, German bribe. Do you know, sir, politicians no, and you should protocol letters and send their fact and Kofukobi at the expense of the much more qualified people. How can you tell me and convince me, Mr. President, sir, the future they belong to the youth and then they belong to the youth? What kind of the dead man penny? Well done. But wait there, I beg to differ, mate. No deal. Until say why are the practical measures at to akwemwa afi me kwako pass ra adwumadia menim say ni se me ko hu asome so bentinko twesika ansane ya family adwuma no mampani. Please spare me that rhetorics. Spare me that rhetorics. For Christ's sake, Mr. President. Let me tell you, Mr. President, what happened here last week when the government is unfolding that plan, and it's going to happen. UK are buying. Your population that Kakakremi is 70 million. UK are buying say, Akwalebia wedding fear dunsia. UK are buying Obampeni make so much your TMA, Mr. President. Akwala wedding fear dunsia. Labour government, he say, will be biat was a bra. Never saw a slave humanishe. Say by air, by sea, by land. Was you biat to Mama Kwalebia? But never for rigorous training Libimo. A fino and yes, Brabel voluntary, Mr. President. You have more £26,000. The UK government and the other trouble team. Now the £26,000, no, the 1 year, no, so forces so you human in Yamawa, what me jai. I'm penny na no da mo se mo be fan kwala mo be fan nipa mo application forms am to the money no non-refundable, Mr. President. Secondly, nipa sa ko ru ho no the future the youth for home and you mo kum youth ni bi up to now you who say heads are rolling po. Mr. President, please let's be serious as a nation, because of course you're doing good, but it is woefully inadequate. And don't come and give me that promise. Well, as I'm talking to you, Mr. President, people are taking perilous adventures to reach the shores or the borders of the so-called developed countries, which the natural resources, the minerals, the money, everything you've got in Ghana should be sufficient enough, and the share of the cake must reach each and every one, the destitute, the poor, the impoverished, the vulnerable, the physically challenged. But that's not what is happening. It's a month from the Mediterranean Sea, so the future is not a youth, and today is not a youth, Mr. President. So please, wake up, Mr. President, and do the honorable, because it looks like Ghana for power semba. But don't come and give us that talk, sweet talks like that, Mr. President, with all due respect to you. Gold board of Mozambique by $214 million US. We have say at Appensem. Some figurante a discussion with a multimedia company, and I made some extractions from that. So I'll be playing that as well. So gold board apparently they've not made any loss. They rather made 960 million in 2025, according to Sami Jamfi, and it looks good. There's been a serious explanation surrounded up. What is happening? A dimi beto abonte Bawa Rock a minority ko yo pon kunuma ebe gina abonte e chirechemu na Bawa Rock ye dia ma Bawa Rock na Bawa Rock na kado so pro Sami Jamfia be kase that MPP was a cow mote tigu hodom no enya agoro. That's why I keep telling you, politicians are politricksters, mate. Since ko yo pon kunuma de we lo kunkun aye just a benkete chi o chiremu kan isi so wensen. Yes, we don't want them to be armchair critics. We want them to be strong critics and make sure they substantiate the information they've got. Therefore, we're coming to find out whether Kwadwo Nkrumah's press conference was anything good to write him about. The only credit I'll give them at this point in time is that they are watching, which is good. They're not lazy opposition. They are watching. But one thing can't let me say, Ebusia, one merasono. Oboka pepe and soon Obia Basuso up to September, as they claim, or also about Bobo Keka Krebia. Just say, yeah, they compare with you within 2 years now. Kadosopro, no way to make General Malcolm Wuntini, church me must say, where you're crom for. I wish you for come with clean hands because you're going into equity. That is something that baffles me a lot. And that is why the politicians will try to draw that almost 12 years to say wham. I wish I almost press statement and I responses to Sami Jamfi Eddie Ama. At the end of the day, as I keep saying, this program is not here to please anyone. And I'm talking about a politician. This program is designed for us as a radio station and our listeners, so for us to have interactive discussion, conversation. So Mushamak, there may be politicians who say, we don't need, I don't personally need anything from any politician anyway. And I thank God for that willpower. So when we come and sit here, we have to holistically address the issue. We have to comprehensively dig into it. That is my task of sitting here. Good. NDC doesn't want me to become MPP presidential candidate. And here, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, no, for this year, so mobile deal because my young say, be must say, in Tokobe MPP for primaries, you know, I'm not for 4% Tokobe be walking in Japan. So, right now, because we're very aggressive, Bawumia is very laid back, but someone also made a statement. At the end of the day, there's method in every madness, group people. Japan maybe gets agitated easily and he loses control. That's why I've said this over and over again on radio that he needs a spin doctor. He needs someone. But from recently, you can realize that there's been a change in his demeanor, the change in how he addresses issue, the change in how he jumps on certain things, getting agitated, angry so soon. But maybe up a power, maybe up a leader, and he also reforming home. So from the other side, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia is laid back, very laid back, but he's got ideas as well. But someone was asking a question: what's the essence of being so gentle to that highest pedigree, but you haven't even created jobs? So if someone will be, excuse my language, will be back in today, tomorrow, and back in, and that person can ensure that there's food placed on someone's table, then that person is the ideal person to lead Ghana. Once again, very strong. You asked me a question at a point in time. I had that strong belief in Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, and I still believe in him. But when you sit down also and think about Kennedy Japan, the businesses that he boasts of, the amount of people who depend on him, which I'm against though, because you politicians made our lives so hard, so every day the people end up depending on you. We don't need someone to depend on Kennedy Japan to be paying the school fees. We don't need that. But because of mismanagement in the country, until Yamana catch say, you to track politician to track I said your brogue when I could not done who Baba even though I could campaign I want to read him. So I don't need Kennedy Japan to be doing that. Said Ukraine fan into my perfect no yen in Yamaya. Kennedy Japan will be out of the equation. I think Aqualebia and Nani Jacquana buying a studious semester. The means test will come in genuinely. I don't expect somebody to come and sit and tell me that they can boast of say yet to me to go to 11-point-something billion Ghana city, yet a 13-point-something billion Ghana city, and then someone is drinking dirty water. So we need to change the nation, simple as that. And then the lives of Kennedy Japan will not be significant, will not be recognized. We don't want that to happen. But on this different balance of probability and who is probably the ideal person, I think both of them solely qualify. Forget about Kennedy Japan's insinuations over the last couple of years. Forget about how he gets agitated so quick. Maybe it's part of him. But the good side, people need to also consider. So I don't see the essence of this 31st of January election culminating into chaos. I don't see the reason why. Anyway, we'll see. Ebusiafo. Eni say yen tokwa mum die. Edi ba onya say NDC from peso be man pani. No NDC from peso be man pani. Ura ma ba bia dia sem na okay. Let us not surround ourselves with individuals who consistently validate our performance without critic. Dr. Zineto, no. Abjafo obia oben ubia de bia no de obon nsem why ade utimi kanche wo obofo. Ye ne yinifri wabra bomuntem. Obia on de o praise de bia bia o de unkwa na ye perfect we ase. Oye ni monchineti ko visa. Dr. Zineto say, enise omode nkofuku a be sarande omo Ebusiafo be sarande omo hu ankwa abo omo nsem omo ena e wo say ye ka say omo ne e wo so omo ben yen Ebusiafo. That's a typical nature. That's, I think, every human being, you must have that. You should be able, strong enough to criticize when the need arises. Don't just criticize for criticizing's sake. There should be a method in what you're talking about. For the last time, those who read my article editorial about the Ghana High Commissioner to the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Zita. I wrote the article because he was having a kind of banter with Ajimai, National Service Secretariat issue. And I wrote an editorial and I said it straightforward. I said, Mami, yeah, for my answer questions from Facebook. You do better handle Ebusia. Say, Mami, in Kuala Lumpur stranded no one share Konya sa when your mum penny a bit me abomodia, a amusika a mom. Mammy, Yan Casaba better once in the hill. Yakasa brand be dear a distinguished person be. I just said, would you Lipa Kurampo who be the first mom our Bekai who Kruma. India more quaba name woman, Sabi and Yabrepa English Abrichimema. So motion as Ajimai Ebo Chrono, Munchana, which I wrote it went viral. A lot of people were attacking me. As I said, I keep saying, sir, I'm immune to certain things like that. I was for the next week, or was it a week after? There was a program. Now, the Ghana Commission members were they had to go and be the MC. I was for because MC no or him about him at one more. So pa because I reach you natural article against me. La me fa who say team pote because me MC oh hono Ghana Commissioner deputy for you now hono busha me one mo sa na lady ba ko ba say MC patcho wadaroma. Ubetimi amamene ma na kokasa. I was for now I'm you too. Now girl no me who no. To be honest with you, what means all look pale. Why ha and I'm so also high table and your bed day. Say, between the pieces about my money back na ye besa. Many met me bisa again say query ni saying, what they say, me patrol, me a student. Yeah, you medi every school more, you tia misika. I wish you for that's immediately a poor lady said that. And they say Jinja me about the article. So, me and a quick, na me invite your excellency bar platform. On any very nice, simple gentleman from the United States of America. Floor. Until I had to mobilize the deputy and then the special guest. She was a special guest of order and all other people. While she was dancing, and she's so bubbly, she's down to earth. While she was in the midst of the people dancing, I realized, easy up, and I whispered to her, this poor lady. I made sure I arranged for the two of them to have that conversation. But God being so good, she showed so a mother. Even though the banter she had with the Ajimai on Facebook, she repeated similar thing in front of me. Say, "I buy back on obesity koye no na wa broke go salo." Inti me hwe nanim kakra no so hwe girl nanim abusiafo. And I said, "Nem mom no hwe, we will solve the problem." What? For o number no way or the personal PA, another gentleman at the Ghana Commission, for o number no way, papa also get number and I say, "Mom, you're very serious." I say, "I know, and we are working on it." Abusiafo, that is what I'm expecting. That is exactly what I'm expecting from these holidays. Now, sure, be this year, you know, girl, but I couldn't do say, "Oh, so Sukura Gumiswa and so." Mesu Mahama Mama appointed me be a Kurumahan Babushia. That is exactly what we want from our leaders. Nothing more, nothing less. You are here to serve us. But great, Abusha, that woman is exceptional to me. Exceptional. Great. There's been apparently it was revealed what should I say is a political attack plotted against Ghana by a super nation, according to Apostle Lilian Kuma. Audio no. For the secret efforts be underway, said I'm frustrating Naimos a Juman Ghana. Now Naimos a Juman some frustrating. I was a Lands and Natural Resource Minister if you honor. And this is coming from somewhere, and this is likely to happen. So what they want to do, some superior forces, and this is the editorials I'm going to handle tomorrow. Some superior forces are going to con and try and coerce and convince the president say, so recently they've started attacking the Galamsey field again, saying say you're slow, the pace and as a man full fairly as so that they can reshuffle the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and Naimos will be eliminated. And those behind the Ekukudam for the political party, the incumbent administration members, some strong chiefs who have actually harbored strong dissatisfaction and hatred for the Naimos team. So Sadia and let's go to the president, let's advise the president, let the president reshuffle, let's push the Lands and Natural Resources Minister to this sector. The Naimos will be rendered useless. There's many more coming up. But let's go to Tema Community 5 as we engage Audrey Ejiri. If the news, community news. You could go now. Because I'm not trying now most in penny funds with Sikajoso Pro, Jet, Monje, have billions now, Mole Tata, almost there be. We are so no macho. We are China in any deported. We are not China in Nasaba Ghana. I wish if you deported China for no, not China for no, Saba Ghana. The saber, you deported. In the Asha wine, the end there's a twin child with your for. In penny for the bree, a shame, a handful, a sabotage, a Jumano. I wish there is no win-win affair. And it's going to happen. It is a reshuffle, but say bam. Now, Makai, when you hear about reshuffle, remind us of what's a rich said. But it shouldn't. Mr. Mahama, sit up, wake up, because that is the only solution. I bet Mama Galam said to wake up. But some people go down with other people, Mr. President. So let's be very, 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 very careful, mate. Anyway, let's switch over to Terra Community 5 as we engage Audrey Ejiri for the community news. Audrey, happy New Year once again, and welcome again to your own station, the year 2026. Audrey, over to you.
Sir Richie, ewie michia yetie fo nyina. Me am the community news every yetie for me din the Audrey Ejiri all the way from Ghana. Rainbow Radio ewo Ghana ha say saso na Rainbow Radio ewo UK ye chia yetie fo nyina emma obi biara happy new year na yesra nyame nhira edito obi biara so woma mu so ya sene na ye di assets in Ghana ebre yetie fo nyina ye da obi biara ase na week we dia yensa ka efa communities ahodo ho ewo Ghana ha say na me di bre yetie for me di kan no na the executive chairman of the Jospon group of companies Dr. Joseph Siao e Japan one Nigeria Dr. Mrs. Adley Siao e Japan womu ade a womu eye ane se edu festive seasons na bronya ade omu ye pa ne se womu boa Ghana fo etitro womu mu ni bie emma womu nso omutimi emma Christmas no eye womu ede we week womu kopie woni fie ewo Accra ha say emma wode omu celebrate new year ne pepepe no over 5,000 Ghanaians and ekopie Dr. E Japan fie na sa 5,000 people oyomu nyinara adoya wan kahwe esan say ade a oye wa yen for almost a decade now obi bia nim say edu new year Dr. Japan ene ne wi Mrs. Japan omu yesa adoye no ede ma Ghana fo na niam ni bia ochiche ye no cooking oil 5 grams of rice or momu mackerel e mankrofo soft drink ahodo a wo mudu ekomu fie ama wo mu so mu fie ayehwam ayede saa susu na wa wo ba ye no wenja wo sa akwa wo kosusu a wo fie wa anasa wo fie kire na eba Dr. Emma wo lorry fie a wo di befa ka e di akwakodu fie asumdwe mu we na opa kire sese nyankopon sa so na so ohyira wa wo so ade a wo be ye ade ama afoforo ene ne se wo so be ye nhira ade ama afoforo nti ono de wafa ato ne ho sese every year biara se otiase a hwe nye ne de ade obeye ane se Ghana fo ahodo a ewo Ghana ha se no obeye wo madoye ama wo mo nso omufie ayede nti se rich me ne ka se over 5,000 of Ghanaians wa ha se ene edikwedi omufie ayede papa yes sir etu aso biom no ye domestic currency ye Ghana cedi ye di ewo Ghana ha se no ya aye se sia no timemufo no etimi yiyi bie firimu a wo mo pa kire se no de nya de ombe yusu ani ukoto ade ewo bontin so na okra 20 pesos ye na ye nkrofo din traders ahodo no mo yes ade ne pa na we pie kita bia 20 pesos mienu kita 10 pesos baako na okwa akọpa nsuo bia to no na pie water seller ka kire o se 20 pesos ni 10 pesos e crown de enka Ghana sika ho nti enya ade a obeji krampo na ode aye adwuma we ha adwene papa esan se nkofo bebre na na yusu sika na ekọ ekire a ne asan ede abro bo batema ha se na okotema community one marketer bebre na na eye sa ade no ekire o se man 50 pesos ankasa na so be man 20 pesos de enya ade a wo ba abegie na ye wo Ghana ne sika ya kira so se ye nyina ye ndie na ye nya ankasa ye sisi mu akase ebia pebi ye mpebi no enya ade a eso eni enye tema ha nko a ukọ akra abro no bebre e wakra market ahodo bebre e wakra owura honom na okita saa ye currency e 20 pesos any 10 pesos na traders empese wo mo be agi saa sika no we na stakeholders e patre say e was a Bank of Ghana any wo ma ehia etimi ma education no kosro na Ghana fo hu se sika ni biara e ye Ghana sika bia no e ye sika ye hra so asan stamp so so bebia wo free ba bebia wo ko bia utimi accept man ye yie si e be ya ye beti ye ho ase na yetimi ejai saa ade na ye eye no na bebi ti se Malamata market wa Accra Sarichi enya asem ketua wa hwe ye kura na nipa na wo to ade no kura woni wenya ntokwa de wako gidigidi esan sika wonti ase ninti no yesre se Bank of Ghana eti yenka ena no pe yi a ana wie yi a ombran tententem na ombeboa Ghana for through education na ye hu ni se sika no ni nyina Ghana sika na ni nyina so di a yie Sasu na Mayor of Accra Honorable Michael Pakpo Alote ane ono susu Accra Metropolitan Assembly ono hwe opapapa obu adwumaden ede aboa Ghana o see the Metropolitan Assembly's 24-hour sanitation offices e wo hono no o see atona kuma so pa esanse during the festive season no nkrofo a wo mo wasa department no aye dwuma papa around the clock ede aboa se Accra be ye the cleanest city ane na se dwuma na nkrofo na ye nti no aman aso nani enu nti no o ye na dwe se wo se o hirehira sa nkrofo na wo mo bua ye ma yetimi siesie Accra hono no na beneficiaries ahodo no include truck drivers executive excavator operators ahodo a mo TM AM hono mo sa su na ona end of year get together edi ma wo mo pa emma wo mo nyina ani gye no ewie peye na all kasa no ka se wo yiri wo hu na wo ye adwumaden a ye be hu se wa ye adwumaden na hu aketua soso aba wo na osan esre wo mo se ye we a ye rem 2026 no wo Accra Metropolitan Assembly's 24-hour sanitation office no osan taxi wo mo se ejuma aban esokrasi last year enu nti omo nshom ntuma mo nshom ho den na wo mo ntimi emboa AMA na yentimi nye ejuma emfa mboa Ghana man nyina especially Greater Accra region. Sarichi me ko ade me sakan nam dabre yetiefo nyina makram
Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station. Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station.
Rainbow Radio.
Yandi abrochiri aba Ghana. Yandi Ghana akwa abrochiri.
Nice one from Audrey Jury. I'm sure Audrey Jury had the Ababe G. Don't call power about power meter, do you know, and so. Meter, do you know, and so. Also Ghana Stasiso. Hey Jay. And think of your own way. Let's go. That's right. What's he put? What's he put? What's he put? What's he put? And so much DJ. Was it Yamiacha one day? Let me say Happy New Year to Mr. Joseph Abbey. Uncle Mike, I can say Happy New Year. Mr. Bonsu, I can say Sammy Amanfrum, Happy New Year. Francis, Ottenden, Happy New Year. I am a listener singing, Antiata Belgium, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. And not on you. I can Manchester so happy New Year. Malam Abdul, Happy New Year. I am the listeners, let me call a singer. Ghana for call a singer. Rainbow Radio Mama, Happy New Year. Nana Boku Hakini, Happy New Year. Chantel, Happy New Year. Memamungina, Happy New Year. Okay, amazing, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then if you are branching, I said done. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. Sukohima, Happy New Year. Joshua, Happy New Year to all of you. Boshaba, Happy New Year, Boshaba. Great, amazing. I'm just for yate. Say opposition at the ebe trouble thing.
Many villages across this country providing clean, safe water to villages, schools, clinics, and farming communities. $214 million could have employed many teachers and nurses who are struggling to catch the eye of the government to pay or to issue the necessary financial clearance so that they could be recruited and paid. So when the government tells you that they have lost $214 million, it's not just a number. It's jobs, it's roads, it's people's lives that they have lost. But that is not the full story. Again, if you remember when the Gold Board Act was being passed, we spoke extensively about the need for traceability so that Ghana's money will not be used to fund the purchase of Galamsey gold. Now, while the financial tragedy unfolds, another crisis is deepening. Illegal mining is continuing at unprecedented levels. You are observing on your television sets the destruction still of our forests and water bodies. Yet, we are told that the purchase that is going on is not a purchase of Galamsey gold. If you check the data, the export numbers by the large-scale exporters hasn't changed much. And today, there are no other exporters in town except the Gold Board. So who is buying the Galamsey gold? It's a question out there that as we go along, we'll begin to point direct answers to. What is even more worrying is that in the face of this devastation, what we are seeing are statements being issued from the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana trying to obfuscate. They rely on some words in the original IMF draft to suggest that this is speculative or that this is a significant downside risk. We must be clear. A loss of $214 million has already been made, it will be about $300 million at the end of the year. And the people of Ghana cannot be taken for fools by some long-winded statements seeking to parry this tragedy away. Colleagues, the truth about this government is that they have not introduced any superior economic ideas to governance.
Abijavo, everyone make a statement. Okay, obo dimbi se Barrock. Omo kwa na omo eto gold. Ema Bank of Ghana and a gold board. Yeah, a gold board so they call Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana ema sika duzu proper. Na sama MPP form penji we be kind say Barrock no yet na afimpini ne aduonum 2025. Abijavo samajan fi aba be church ne memu enana pa. Bra ukupie radio station bi so ana ototo the num and as the television station so ana ototo ne mo kiremu a Barrock ye bie no 2015 and 2025 mumi ntibi.
Barrock Company Limited is a company incorporated under the laws of Ghana. It was incorporated specifically, I believe, on the 15th of January 2015. 14th or 15th of January 2015. So it's a 2015 incorporated company. Okay, so I can...
2015.
When you hear people say that, oh, this company has nothing to do with gold trading, it was not registered for that purpose, it is not true. And I'll give you the evidence for you to know that, yes, it is registered to carry out a number of activities from mining to farming to dealing in general goods. But one key principal activity of the company is dealing in precious minerals. Now, this company is also not a mushroom company that just, surfaced in the gold trading space. As a matter of fact, it was licensed by the Precious Minerals Marketing Company to deal in gold in the year 2016. 2016, the predecessor of the gold board. Yes. And since 2016, the company has renewed its gold trading license every year until 2025. Every single year, the company has renewed its gold trading license. Now, this company we call Barrock has been one of the major gold suppliers in the country. In fact, they were one of the major gold suppliers to aggregators under MIFS. When I say MIF, I'm talking about the Minerals Income Investment Fund established by the MPP. The MIFS Gold for Reserve program in the year 2024 when the MPP was in power. And I'm going to give you evidence to that. So now let's go to the evidence. These are the company's registration or incorporation documents showing that it was first incorporated on 14th January 2015. As I'm saying, all these copies I'll leave with you. Okay. I've also given soft copies to your producers. They can project it. Again, the company updated its incorporation on the 20th of November 2023, right, and became Barrock Company Limited. It was initially Barrock Limited.
It is that company at the move from 2015 and get 2025 senior MPP for Bekayano. And also a change in the company limited Ebekahu a year 2023. Ninano or Dili Gold, Abrana NDC MPP, a woman mono. Here share a home and Poyaka crack at the Korea, a Jesu Dili Gold, and we take a crack.
Again, let me give you evidence of gold trading work, significant gold trading work done by this company. Now, I told you that the NPP under MIF rolled out the Gold for Reserve program in 2024 on the instructions of the then Vice President Alhaji Bawumia. The main aggregator, one of the main aggregators for MIF was a company called Gold Rich Refinery Limited. Right. One of the people who were the main suppliers of gold to this aggregator is Barrock. And I'm giving you evidence. This is a letter from Goodrich addressed to the manager of Fidelity Bank. I've given your producers a soft copy, which is redacted because this one has the bank details of the company. Right. So they can project that. And as you can see on the screen already, it says transfer Goodrich Refinery Limited. This was the transfer instruction of 40 million cedis to Bower Rock under the MPP to buy gold. And there are many of these letters. Number two, in the year 2017, the main gold buyer in Ghana, one of the biggest gold buyers in Ghana, was a company called AA Minerals. If you are you're well versed in gold trading issues in country, you would have heard of the name AA Minerals. There's a certificate issued by AA Minerals to Bower Rock dated 3rd August 2017.
Abujafo did some major Vikanya as a MPP was Suginano. Now, one of the daily aggregators, no more Bob Good and Anono at the Bano. We aggregator, or now buying a mousika. Saje never got too good in the bra. In the almost too good in the Dawson. You will tier 1, you will tier 2. And you will self finance for so or more the music and Kotoba. Now, aggregator, no, as Wabemu. And see one more and not just buy more musica and more Mokoto. Some of them feature near my baby moving
as in so number one, it is not a 2025 registered company. It is a 2015 registered company. Number two, it is not solely a farming and fishing company. It also deals in the precious minerals, and I've shown you that. Number three, it has a solid track record in gold trading, acknowledged by Gold Coast Refinery aggregators under government's Gold for Reserves program and so on. And I've shown you his activeness even under the XY regime. Right.
No more Juma Habra MPP ewo and so press conference no man said and change the Musa. See am say politicians ba and some more can you different abusiafo. Ghana sebe bo maya dwene nda ho ne yenhwe nkorofo ne se omo ba se be boa me na me mabusua nye yie enye obia ne pe oman ne yie. Abusiafo Bower Rock fo yi emi se ye kote so mo de omo quality mi to good no. According to the press statement na amoye no na press conference no na mumu entesa ye wo ekuku bebre wo hono a omoto gold no edo so same yamvi chirichiribu ewo ha yewi e bebi se ho se den enku na Bower Rock nko na be the sole aggregator na nche wono nko na to no mum na aban esi jisika na korehwe gold ne bra na oto free hwan mu ho wo gi free hwan mu ho ready onye so by according to what Sami Jevi said, contrary to what the MPP also said. And he be tier in the woman, tier 1, tier 2, self-finance and aggregators. Muma no so YNTA.
Has a 4-tier license buying system. 4-tier. First is the tier 1 buyer. The second is tier 2 buyer. The third is the self-financing aggregator. And the fourth is the aggregator. All these licensed buyers buy gold for the gold board. So not only the aggregator buys gold, the self-financing aggregator buys gold. The difference between the self-financing aggregator and the aggregator is that the self-financing aggregator uses his own funds to buy gold for gold board, while the aggregator is funded by the gold board to buy gold primarily. Okay? Tell them I've not got into these tables yet, so they should wait. Let's go systematically. Now,
no, it's not being shown. It's
okay. Then the third, the tier 1 buyer is a grassroots buyer who is licensed by the gold board to buy gold from licensed small-scale miners.
The tier 1 no, gold board man a license, so make me a 12 free small-scale miners, illegal miners, small-scale proper licensed miners. Obetima 12 free more. Now tier 2 so betima 12 free, tier 1 who an small scale for self-finance the one the sika eto. Aggregator na kasam they buying the money sika so onkonkoto. The self-finance is about 12 free, tier 1 tier 2 for who and the no ajijiji and ogusu chechim tier 2.
Tier 2 buyer is licensed by the gold board to buy gold from both the licensed miner and the tier 1 buyer. So they are all good buyers. In the year 2025, the first year of operation of the gold board, we issued 900 buying licenses. 900. Under our tier 1 license, we issued 269 licenses to qualified applicants. Qualified applicants underlined. Under the Tier 2 license, we issued 578 licenses to qualified applicants. Qualified applicants underlined. Under the self-financing aggregator, who are also aggregators, just that they are using their own money to aggregate gold for us, we issued 52 licenses to qualified applicants. Qualified applicants underlined.
Is that where Bower Rock belongs?
No, Bower Rock is the aggregator. And that aggregator category, we issued 1. There were 31 applications for aggregator license in the year 2025. Only Bower Rock met the eligibility criteria for the aggregator license in 2025. That is why Bower Rock is the only person as at now to have been licensed as an aggregator of the Gold Board. But that license application and approval process that the board of Gold Board, the governing board of Gold Board does, not Sami Jenfi as CEO. Sami Jenfi as CEO and management only recommends. The board grants approval for aggregator license. That process is an ongoing process. It has not terminated. So today we can have 1 aggregator. Tomorrow we may have 0 because we can even revoke his license or suspend his license. Tomorrow we can have 10 because 10 people can meet our eligibility criteria. So people say, Bawa is the only one buying gold. They don't understand. They lack information. We have 900 licensed buyers, all of whom buy gold.
Abjafona say enye Bower Rock Company Limited kwa to gold. Send some fichire mu no. Ya ma license kwa hankono. Ya di bibiriama tier 1 for the bibiriama tier 2 for tier 3. Ya move 52 as 53. Ana aggregator no the main one are buying some the misike be mo amakoto gold ne acquire Bower Rock Company Limited or non kwa timito adaya nipa duasa baako companies duasa baako na de omo enkrata buy na bronika bibisa eligibility criteria I just say I was here nusu doko donsu enkrata ne mu nyina na baako bi ho no mu a was otimi nya ye guarantee bi na za bond bi as kabia dawa without futu mu emu oduro be so billions of cedis just in case say ye mazika na kaba ye betima akwaje was so lines insurance policy so insurance for in case we are buying this insurance okay you bet chase kana ma gold board nti de you ba be chase you ababa giskalo enkovuku aba nyina no obia anyone mu onye bi the question bi o ma say dan and a Bower Rock kwa be the only aggregator and na mapropon ho akere no na mo yenti Sami Jenfi nchechire mu niam hu hia se odeba e was a bullion van e was just say wo a statement be miensa sika no emu odu e was our offices nti o mo hwe mu nyina no na Bower Rock Company Limited ana ekura sa ye niam a won epenyina.
Bower is the only one buying gold. They don't understand. They lack information. We have 900 licensed buyers, all of whom buy gold. Then they say, why is he only the aggregator? He's the only aggregator because he's the only one who has met the eligibility criteria. Let me tell you something. When we say an aggregator, what do people understand by that? There is no license in Ghana that enjoys the benefits of an aggregator license. Some say, have you heard of somebody going for a license in any institution? And after he gets the license, the state gives that person money in the billions to buy gold for the state. If you go for a BDC license, you are going to do your oil business with your own LCs and your own credit lines. Absolutely. Same for an OMC license. Okay? But when you say somebody is an aggregator, it means that he's entitled to receive state funds to buy gold. And therefore, there is a strict set of governance, legal, operational, and financial requirements he must meet as a risk mitigation measure. He must have minimum 3 years experience in gold trading. He must have minimum 3 financial statements preceding his application. He must have at least 3 buying offices in the country. He must have at least a bullion van and so on. But the most important requirement is this. He must present to the Gold Board a bank guarantee or an advance payment guarantee from a recognized financial institution that accords with the insurance policy of the Gold Board. to secure the capital support he seeks from the Gold Board. You understand? We are not some zombie sitting at Gold Board where any Tom, Dick, and Harry comes and says, I want an aggregator license that will entitle me to use taxpayers' money to buy gold. And you say, I've given you a license. We are not sharing
of
aggregator license like you share
of 31 applicants. Bar Rock is
only
one. That
and I'm saying it on Newsflash today.
For the 31 no, a criteria no more no. Bower Rock Company Limited in Kwa and I'm to provided. That is what Sammy Jeffy say now. And you know, bank statement na be cover, insurance policy be cover. Say I buy the this kind amount in case this kind of na basa. Not just insurance company no etuama a year Gold Board. Now Gold Board so it means sika come Bank of Ghana because every week biano Bank of Ghana ma Gold Board about 4 billion Ghana cedis. So on fan ko to gold mra. Say ne benya a year reserves enough. Ama you see the no so no a strengthen. Apart from that, no, also all 3 years experience. Apart from that, no, I was all buying offices in Kwame and some years about apart from that, no, I was all bullion van. I just say, Yentimin to Chobium, Savan Noir, and what in there, a bank for the Quaji Musicano. Went to mum to boom 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 in the announce body. It is one meaty sad the to me farmer. It's out of all the 31 or no quantity me and meet the criteria. A serious discussion here over the side. A bit my bass will be a shade na buano. Bit my bass said some a truth, nothing but the truth. MPP, the onus rest on you now to come and prove beyond reasonable doubt. Said the more can a factual, the more can more evidence to banter, to counter what Sammy Jeffy saying. And yes, I dear normal politics as usual. Sammy Jeffy had the courage to dare. Abranti only did the press conference, no. Say, so information be I just say out of the 31 now we have potential aggregators, no. Obi o hono meet the criteria. Anna almost deliberately Gold Board cast on contract ne mana. Of one say I will be as the MP no. Omodia kojo upon chroma. Omodia for information imbra. Let's listen.
Yes, he has given us an advance payment guarantee covering a trade capital support of 2 billion cedis. 2 billion cedis. And that is why the board approved the application. If some people had done that when they had the opportunity to do gold trading in this country, they will not be chasing the aggregators today for causing financial losses to the states. Exactly. Look, we are ready and happy to work with anybody who meets our eligibility criteria for aggregator license.
So the other 30 or the 29 that did not qualify, what were the incidents that disqualified them?
The main critical thing is the guarantee. And I'm here, you have addressed a press conference. I'm challenging you. If you can give me one company who has applied for a Gold Board aggregator license, met all the requirements, especially gave us a guarantee from a bank or an insurance company, and we refused his application, put it out today.
For some a question, very important, sir. A Bower Rock Finance Company Limited, and financing by the government now. Bower Rock, according to the Mrana, they aggregate and the GSS. Senior or no better to go to. Now, friends, say, contrary to what could your pon chroma and the two public say, a Bower Rock Company Limited in Kuala Toby Biano. This time around, separation kakrabum, and delegation kakrabum, and I may 12 tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, if I so let's listen whether a Bower Rock Kwa and I buy financing on, let's say, Sikano. A dear no dear, contrary to what Kojo Ponkroma made mention.
So is it only Bower Rock who is funded by the Gold Board to buy gold? No, that is not. It's not only Bower Rock. This is how the system works, Samson. The aggregator received direct funding from the Gold Board, and we have secured our risk by taking our guarantee. The insurance company has also taken from him a counter indemnity, which means that if you toy with this money and you lose this money, yes, we will pay to Gold Board, but we will pursue you for the money. You understand what I get it? So we give the money to that aggregator. Then that aggregator, at his own risk, or at its own risk, now looks for licensed tier 2 buyers of the Gold Board. He is not allowed to finance or to fund a tier 1 buyer, because a tier 1 buyer doesn't even have a buying office. But a tier 2 buyer is well structured, has an office. So the Gold Board contract with him says you can fund tier 2 buyers that you find credible at your own risk. So Bower Rock has 53 tier 2 buyers. Licensed by the Gold Board that he funds on a daily basis. Because when you give him the money, he must give the money to other licensees to go and buy gold. That is Gold Board money. These 53 tier 2 licensees also have other tier 2 licensees and tier 1 licensees that they also give the money to supply them. That is how money trickles down in a de-risked manner. Okay. So Bower Rock is not the only person funded by the Gold Board. All the licensed buyers get Gold Board funds, but through Bower Rock. If we have 3 aggregators, it will be through all the aggregators. And the 2 aggregators, sometimes you hear people say that, oh, Gold Board has given Bower Rock $10 billion to buy gold and all that. Let me prove to you the quantities that the 2 aggregators that we had to suspend, they bought within the 4 months we worked with them. One of them bought gold, supplied us gold worth 13 billion cedis. The other supplied us gold worth 11.8 billion cedis.
Gold Board and the Jumani say, and now say we use so aggregator because we meet all the eligibility criteria. One say Bower Rock, let's say ye out of the 31. One or the Sikane Bemau. Sikano de Bemau or cross check you say. Wo ukresi kadoso progu account. Or insurance policy in case this is Sikano, a koshia insurance policy be tria back to Gold Board. Na says Sikane de Mauno. One must shem rekutu sa de amount say. Won't me enko ese wankasa ukwa kwaya nyambera sere kakabensem ne momuno enam se sika de betima sane ko wona ide license 900 licenses na ma omuno e betima sane ko mo nyina no ye obi a oye aggregator no so ekohu tier 2 buyer. The tier 2 buyers no out of about 270 something no issue licenses no aggregator we say no emba emu 53 sika so mo nkoto gold mra. Na tier 2 buyer no so no because aggregator ni hu akwanya so tier 1 ho because tier 1 no ni akande bia wo ho ni office bi otonjo betimi disika no ahwim nti onye onfa koma tier 2 because no you well structured. In the tier 2 so se me pe gold no so dan ni ahwe tier 1 buyer. It is Sikano if aggregator no na a court tier 2 na tier 2 so asanimu self finance aggregator no one ko Tony Gold Board no one kwani sika nti yen control in free homo but sebe a ye tier 2 ni tier 1 bit ma survive ni no o sa aggregator no oni tier 2 dealing na tier 2 so ayi so no ani tier 2 ni bia sa ko to bi wo ye tier 1 follow na on eto free small scale license miners homo no abujafo e bisa sami jam bibium say Gold Board a Kadoso Pro Edaho Anna.
With 1, as Gold Board made a loss? Emphatically no. The Gold Board, even though it is not a profit-making, public operation, has not made any losses. The Gold Board, for the year 2025, generated revenue to the tune of 960 million cedis. A little over that. Our expenditure for the year 2025 stands below 120 million. These are all unaudited figures. So if you look at our management accounts, we are on our way to declaring income surplus. Gold Board does not declare profits, it declares surplus. There's a big difference between profit-making institutions and surplus-making institutions. Now, it's very clear that we will be declaring a surplus of nothing less than 700, 800 million, to put it very conservatively. The law that established the Gold Board, the Ghana Gold Board Act, specifically under Section 42, requires us to publish all our quarterly financial reports on our website. We have done so. Right. And if you check that, you will see that everything I'm telling you is factual. Yeah. And by the end of first quarter 2026, that is by March this year, the Auditor General would have completed his external audit of our accounts. And we will publish all our financials for everybody to see that Gold Board has not made losses. And when you hear people talking about Gold Board losses, maybe they are dreaming or they are hallucinating. That is what it is. We've not made any losses.
I was going to say, Kabiani ho. Eh, beside the biome say, and I say, Yanyanity say, more the Kalinaka could good Bank of Ghana so. Some invisible I am more cardiac. Now no other aquafin pinini do noon and nine. The car now a whole cry 960 million. Expenses near Amaka 2025 near 120 million. The year could cost a bit mere declare profits surplus. The near Ninaswa Ababu Hormo, and non quampon bear 700 million Ghana cedis. And it's a dear Kabium the Woho. And as there be Yan in TSA, more the cunning ako choku a year Bank of Ghana, and no cray. Was it? I'll be a yen cadia bed choku Bank of Ghana. Mama yenti nemu mo say one na twetwere a better na MPP ti so no and we share the say one mo betima sa ho kwan mpanimfo no benya sika nti abiri bia ye o mo say e Canada ho because na sa ka na bi mu bonus pedede emre bi atwam mu yentie
3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis, not dollars. Right. And you are saying you have made profit and you have not made a loss.
We've made surplus. Because
we are told that what you are doing is that you are transferring the losses onto the books of the Bank of Ghana.
Thank you for that question. Thank you. The reason why we've not made losses as Gold Board is that every money Bank of Ghana has given us, we have accounted for it. We've given them the gold equivalent. And we have gotten paid. We've been paid our agent fees. That is why we've not made a loss. But let's go to the claim. You see, when you catch them here, they move here. They say, oh, now it is not the Gold Board that is making a loss. The Gold Board rather is transferring its losses onto the books of the BOG. How can an institution which is not making a loss transfer losses it is not making? Does this make sense? How can we transfer losses we haven't made? What Gold Board has done this year, you see, a child must learn to crawl before it walks. And a child must learn to walk before it runs. We established on 2nd of April, but by law we took over the PMMC structure. And that PMMC structure is not fit for the purpose of the Gold Board mandate. So we needed to put in place the necessary institutional and operational framework that can deliver the Gold Board mandate, which means new departments, new units, new employees, new systems, new policies, and all that. So our supervising minister,
including police powers,
exactly, setting up your task force and all that. Because PMMC didn't have a task force. PMMC.
I was for it take man so say amun ne kabia amun wo kabia sa na ye niam bia de ho a MPP aban ne twetwere ye no na ekwa mo ye say omo ne ka na emom no wo ne ka the Bank of Ghana de man bi o de sika akoma no Mezaka Rashid Beka Bobodai Rashid apom to say mo akwa baba 92.4 FM so abo adwuma papa over the last couple of weeks. Well done.
I
wanted the abo. Hey. I want that, but we are ube gari ketu wusu so shaba ho aworo. Hey.
Yes, ye kremu a. Yes, ye kremu.
E really jina mo ho.
Ai, jina pa.
Amazing. Ya bi hu. Rashid, yes, when Donald Trump no makwachi Maduro's no.
Hey, I asked some more, and I was not all mass submission, and I was reading through the UN Charter on a ban of invasion of countries. I said UN Charter because we share Article 2.4 of the UN Charter now. Extreme say untimi emfa bibiyo ana neabonifen church no enkombomra or mind the territorial integrity of mind ana say obe use bi na would akombo obi mind so I'm referring to an act of aggression and oshe Emrana, Emma, only 2 exceptions. No, so shy. Excellent, so person will go obi man so na e bi ani pa no ono abebo wura wo bi wo bra wo nya hwe ana udi wo wo ban se ne be ya enko ba
self defense
but pushing your US
no article 51 self defense no yeah UN charter yeah
yes because me o ma ye no e me na ka ya ko yes ase omo UN charter no so ama omo president ni first lady so omo achi say amenyale say omo charge papa no with the use of offensive weapons and other offenses no why should it take the United States government to do that? Don't we have the International Court of Arbitration, any other allied agencies so yes, it's too early for the
UN and me and condemn abra US bombo or more cargo ship no Venezuela I say no we attempt to say Venezuela emane massa USA finance UN a lot wo tresika papa USA na kasa won the move United Nations this yaba peacekeeping almost can support to baby eba NATO forces are only contribute a lot it didn't say or cut about 40-something% out of it no and I am just waiting patient the about folk look at Donald Trump make a big statement now I am very likely to be say or be charging one in prison in America and that is where
but wouldn't that also amount to a breach of international law and protocols you and I kasa enshrining or say we are and this also brings to bear the question that China, South Korea, and Russia, they always claim that they have allies. And Venezuela falls within the Latin American territories, allies. They don't regard the United States government as an ally. Rather, one more share to the Asian countries. So people are asking, say, are there we are almost from allies of Venezuela and other countries? Omuni US shedda embo no one for people say they only say they are allies when it benefits them, but when it comes to some of these issues now some more
unfortunately no a bit my breach senka ya dia kon tu ne so sadia nka ni obet my use maybe say sanctions e dey atata no obet me a trigger UN convention ni bi na what they atmi abomodin atune so sa but unfortunately for Maduras that is why they went there with the special forces unfortunately Emma Maduras na yere no now he's been brought into America. So yes, America can jail the man. That is what makes it dicey. It is not Donald Trump. They will go through the legal process. Because once he's in the US, Maduras will be taken into federal custody, which I presume that is somewhere in the bosom of the federal prisons. Brought before a US federal court, he will be formally informed of the charges. Don't forget to say Donald Trump akachense ni kurono cocaine ahodo eba ho nyina bebre na fi Venezuela. When ka akwa attack akobombo ne vessel adaya or suspect say vessel no head towards ni kuroma be distribute into who say or a threat, and for that grounds he's defending himself against external aggressor. Meanwhile Maduro said no. Only element be but it looks like Trump is in favor of the opposition. Remember, said the opposition leader is in exile.
Yes, the opposition leader had also challenged the outcome of the Venezuelan elections. Nicolas Maduro had declared, said he was going to win the election by hook or crook. And people had cause to worry, say, by these statements, it means that he was going to do certain things. Say, election when we near, he was going to turn the tide to his favor. And the opposition then has also challenged, said, tally of the results. And the election was in their favor. However, unfortunately, Eya Ora Mandura, one declared who winner, Emma. He has been in power for almost a year, since 2024. He has been in power. And like you are saying, the United States government has been listing some countries, almost the sanctions are Trump. So, Nansen Kranoba Kaya, almost some nationals be from some countries, Mutisa Kora, Emma, and also the Pia Monty, Emma charges are not more than bomb when they said they were bringing in drugs. The U.S. thought say na drugs are 80 almost month for 18 almost sanctions are yet to 2 so now so it has become a challenge between U.S. and Venezuela because Donald Trump now Casano also one Venezuela leader no warnings upon warnings several times say who you may be a me say now na man ye bibia wan hwe ya na wa ma memamfo ehu aha omupa entino these strikes now what take you our chip papa no it did not start it has been in the news
I will watch it
yes several months and untina as a no what Kenya no ho
and Rashid, there's one thing here. Remember, say America never recognize Maduro as the president. America recognize it.
Yes.
So this becomes dicey when it comes to head of state immunity. Because if he's a legitimate elected president there, then there will be an immunity clause which could be pursued by lawyers from Venezuela. Now this is someone. But this is some.
It also begs the question.
Yeah. Go on.
It is also begs the question, say, is it going to be a fair trial? Because pre-judiciary, the president himself is claiming that the Venezuelan president is a threat to the United States government. He is pretending over a leadership, as you said, they are allowing drugs to be sent from Venezuela to the United States government. He has been declared as somebody, as said, quote unquote, or a president who was not validly elected, a sort of somebody, Obibeka say, is a persona non grata in the United States government. These things may influence how the court is going to handle the matter. Unless a U.S. court will say, a fair trial, a lawyer to represent him, send your beya, and say, one more maybe swan, more president now can be one.
Unfortunately for Ora Maduro, so far as the U.S. recognizing itself a legitimate president, say about U.S. trial and sentencing here, immunity will be denied, which is inevitable. That presidential immunity will be denied because they are not recognizing him as a legitimate president. Now, if that gets denied there, he will be convicted. Now, out of the conviction, possibly, we just coming up with our opinion and what is likely to happen. Out of the conviction, he could face years in prison, U.S. federal prison. Possibly life imprisonment. Or best serve a term like any other federal inmate. The lawyers from Venezuela ain't me and man be defending America. It can never happen. Hopefully, he can hire the services of an American lawyer this time around. But as it unfolds, we will get to know more about it. But it's so surprising. And my question to Kwampa, I'm a person who Venezuela defense minister, ISM, so the troops, you never call out to fight it. Donald Trump, no. Now, I'm
But let us also remind our listeners that prior to these attacks, the U.S. government had taken control of Venezuelan oil tankers as of December 10th. Now, Papa Mandura, he has also accused the United States government of trying to take control of oil fields. And Venezuela is one of the countries a ban on oil exports. Oh
yeah.
And President Nichiremwa, he is not in support of the United States government having an influence in how their oil market should operate. However, opposition leader now no say no deep the key free in some our support from the U.S. government. So it begs also the question said, Kobani says, speculating, and now, as Jimmy said, Mandura may face prison sentence in the United States country. Now, Kobani said, government stabilize that. A bit near say oil market, a bit shaky because they say I can say vice president, he may be acting president.
What the man can do
is he going to get the free will to operate? And I must also say, it may sound conjecture, but we can also rule out the possibility that there may be spies within Madura's government who made it possible for that 15,000 troops now Donald Trump send in to gain easy access. Because ultimately, you can't let me say the difference is so weak. He said, within his government to work in connection with the U.S. government for them to penetrate so easily. And Obama said, within his government from Becca, so Donald Trump now and your support so it's easy. That possibility is also hard.
I mean, Cow, dear, be so back 1989. Near Zusha. Yes, it's we. Panama, meaning so Kaya Panama. De facto leader be by. No, a former military ruler of Panama. 1989. Near friend Manuel Noriega, yeah. US Foco Echo Chenesa and 1989. US invaded Panama, no. Operation Just Cause. One more Chenesenwa, leader more, almost by US, almost deny some of the two fiasse, US into Maduro's, means a black Jesus and Baba Genedia. Anyway, you're bedding Comominia. Some of the topics now about Tabonteno, Emerson Mabrubu be Brinankasa Eso. Yansha book licking of the highest order, Fifi Kweti. On one catcher in the NBC for such as a Hanman Kasabi almost way as liquor. Just a boot licking pa, Onyan called the Eruqua by. The boys were not saying here and a time.
Over Kaya, there have been some elements within the NBC. One more push said, President John Dramani Mahama, they are pushing an agenda for him to go for a third term. Already, Johnson Esebukitia, the party's chairman, who from reliable sources, he has an interest in becoming a flag bearer for the NBC. Yes, what about out publicly, Abeka said the NBC will not support a third term agenda of John Dramani Mahama because on the party, and they want to push that agenda. And I think so on Manteni Mahama Kasamshu, on also publicly, what about out Abeka said, and now the other person who tells them now, full Yamian, I don't understand where we are, or for say. On queer law and name for them. Now, there have been some party people almost the only said the constitution as it stands now, there is no clarity as to whether when you have a 4-year term now the constitution is not explicit as to what I said. The 2 terms na ye kano udi no consecutively and dey you say we be to be call na mum say e bia we 4 years na wie na bia the future bi na wa for down one samba no the constitution does not define that clarity and te bi mu supposed to say was Supreme Court no or interpreting sa e ho no na otimi be to say so within 4 years ni wie mpo na for down 1 years the now sign back and yeah, because you already had the 2-year term. But some people say, Omo did say, Omo pushia mama na answer na shebe gemu na mi ombe come break the plan. Mama yarga at the 2 abontin said, oh, and you no more can na Ghana 4p and I can say, oh, so man penny ni 4 years term not the 4 year na odia na omu inside the human why and so near. Omo ankasa ebe force no na why then was sign up na ya tunfo aba 31st December okay every year the NDC they've been reliving the 31st December movement which was championed by late Derrick Rawlings 80 a year or 50 and Walker Chair Party one said the NDC as a is not a party with the money and bootlickers. Any sycophants. I take over the party. Now say abani one crown now almost possible year and you know almost the other don't mess with us so pushi Mahama say Ombra Tetem. That was not how the NDC was. The NDC as a party which became a party that contested the constitutionally mandated civic elections, you know. And yeah, the omubes source so Rawlings in Paul no form a party and you say, oh yeah, or bet now so for several years and sana Oma Upama Yaya constitutional elections or no on fast assembly. So they should stop. And it was so blunt. Yes, he was so blunt to say, yeah, massa for one whole point, and say party. But some party people picked offense with it. Obviously, it was not the appropriate forum for him to have said that.
With them. I don't know who politicians no. Yahoos, jesters, sycophancy to the highest level. Uncle Tafre Bahama Pabwa answer Abeka.
Rashid, I think it was the most appropriate forum to have said it because whether they like it or not, it has sent a clear signal saying the leadership of the party is not in for it because Kaya, the minority in parliament kept humbling, said the NDC wants to use their majority in parliament to change the constitution to give President Mahama a third term. And they were saying it. And so, one, CFN Ketia has denied, say, Mahama third term. Ora Fifi Kweten so I deny, say, President Mahama third. So, this is sending a clear signal that within the party's leadership, if people push this agenda, it will be fiercely rejected by the top hierarchy of the party. Because one, yes, although he has denied it, the years are still young.
Yeah.
But money legacy.
Rashid, when you say Bono, I could one how demo be as I be police faction. Yes, we don't do or hadn't shown him to now from Flamalebo. Oh, yes, I'm going
to presiding judge and say. In some way, they there are serious allegations, and yeah, they are betting me. Amman who point Amma Yamani bill. Na judge ne say, young family call psychiatry hospital. Na sebio, young Koshena dream say, Bibia at the year na because I suspected that probably the judge suspected say, hey, na niame bi anko ye sa because some of the pronouncements now you know or see nyame ena ama no ho kwan say onsi ha na nsio ebe say yase na ekonwie mu no no adani mechi beka kire ye say said yo nyame na say or the yemfu so ache to on fan nsio say yase
that time na 25th na twam
and let's also be mindful say the court of competent jurisdiction they don't deal with supernatural issues. They don't deal with spirituality. They deal with creating false information, publishing false information with the intent of creating fear and panic. Some people are saying, oh, he was just creating content on social media. But what they have also failed to understand is that the lawyers will tell you that, one, publishing false information with the intent of creating fear and panic. How do I put it? Almost through. I'm a one share you or probating up upon the Japan. No, I can't catch you. So, Bono, I say, was see at Beatino, may what's name with something I make or you show say yes. So, maybe those who are arguing say this is like killing a fly with a sledgehammer. No, they should also cast their mind back. Say consistently, you know, we've had people saying, "So, you actually obi say over kaya ITP damper wall." Ebedru baby, Edru 31st night. The prophet began speaking in parables. So we crowd the country. But now, Johnny, back to their old days. One of the prophets, I think I've sent you the video.
Yeah.
Prophet Baku said there are some people plotting uprising to uproot Muhammad or maybe so Bora or Memu Hanobe. America
I know there but my many didn't put a chair as rough for 70 could be Burkina Faso soldiers and when you're hunting and Bopuye not just Ghana soldiers to call Clampomo down.
What I'm gathering is that there's been a strange plane here or one of the northern regions. As to whether of the content of the plane, we are still investigating to see what really made the plane landed. By Bono at the Osha particular offense, Omode airborne na. Omuchiremo you'll be away 33 years. After so formally no or your security guard. Na August Busuni nimu and Osha Niama or Yanasia catcher month for so December. Need the tosso Yolunum, Yamebe saying she obeys, 18 no and no in Yaman publication of false news with intent to cause fear and panic.
Rashid, Mebacho, Omo Koi, and let us say, wow, was this our Yamakudi Omachino. Mumuka was like a chumasu. Namoya than watchable. Only Joshua, and I said, Dr. Mark cried, the way for the king called the Machikoi.
Paul says, Richie. The truth of the matter is, I don't want to use the word gullible, but there are some people who take some of these things with some form of seriousness. No matter how you interpret it, a gullible, one of those things. There are people who take some of these prophets so serious.
I'm a fan welcome.
Yeah, over Philadelphia, Prophet Adumche, or says, "Yeah, or Tony Yami." Entiamon from Cotton Mujapa, no Mumbefa and Tom Adumche Yami. To the extent said, Dana or Yen, 31st Night Watch Service, no, the security agencies were watching him. He created traffic for over 6 hours. 6 hours traffic among 4 car traffic. No, not almost 2 pine. Baby, but on the 31st night, not all Yentino. A blocky among former security agencies, they watch him to do that. The Democrats are no kita gas cylinder, and no DC, and some of them were able to beat the traffic. So these issues, they are men of God, touch not my anointed, but sometimes some of the things now you're more yellow. Ebeya emrano any omudia ebakasi o we no say enya dibia among for GDA no more expressing and all that, but sometimes I don't think say UK and how ABC was.
Okay, but now come on, can about you say you die? Come on, this should be a fan about you say no.
Ebi mu kra be ka say nyame na eya chom say my mama got 3 things and I'm like, oh, what is this? Why should
oh na zango fo yin na omo da apetesi ayi quarter 9 no mo dia ohuro mo lum na kwanyan joko da ha na o hallucinate na nsem lebre de be na disu bia na obeka Rashid ye mo ni tie mi se benya akwanya ma callers na me da wase pi se me frɛ ora o de o se ayo yaba. Thank you very much Rashid Unbreakable no Rashid Unbreakable nyame adoma me Rashid be ye joint program for hopefully from next week moving forward, God willing. But more dia 50 kwete ensem ka kan no yembo audio no kakra yembo audio no kakra na ne bofu pa was it enye.
So these days it saddens me when I see so much sycophancy creeping into our party. I see a group of people who obviously, from every indication, they believe that singing the praises of a leader is the only way they can survive. And that's why you hear some of those people even urging statements like there should be a third term. It's just nothing but sycophancy. Pure sycophancy and bootlicking of the highest order. Jerry Rawlings, who was the founder of this party, never at any point was urged by anybody to go for any third term. You have a bunch of sycophants who today think that all they need to do is to sing praises and hoping that some of those praises will get them some opportunities that they are looking for. You don't love our country. You don't love our party. If you do, you will know besides sycophants. It's important for us to appreciate that this party was grounded on the need to work for our people. We say cadres may go, cadres may come, but the revolution has come to stay. That simply means it is not about individuals. It's about us as a collective, ensuring that what is right must be done. So it's important for us to always place this party and this country always at the top. Jerry Rawlings came, served us to the best of his ability. He's gone. Prof Mills, best of his ability, he's gone. John Mahama is serving to the best of his ability. Bless him, he's doing wonderful. But even his time will come. Why? Because cadres will go, cadres will come, but the great NDC and the revolution has come to stay. And that must always be the number one.
I was over 50 kwete, I don't know, or say the beats, I don't know, woman, I say, Ayana, Yabema, Asuma Siako, Tetem, no Benton, or so Munya, I don't anymore. All right, Dr. Muhammad Bamia was here NDC4 and MPC. NDC4 ana empese wobekwa kwanim ye bebo audios na frem na fa phone calls no ye fa phone calls no ye bo audios no so ebi frem sani amam from and I want to about classroom first me who ni abrepa sani avijapa happy new year.
I think I'm better. I think I'm better. So
good man
Nyankopon mo kwatintina ho de wa ya bia.
Thank you. Oma also sa mama why
Mechia of Pana of Fonina, any station, your module station, so I idea. Nyankopon kana ho.
Good.
That was me Mechia Mampany. Mampany, Nyankopon man kwatintin ene ho de.
Amen.
Mechia Speaker of Parliament Echia Hanadisu. Echia Accountant General Mr. Akosi, Dr. Akosi Ajay Mechiano. Mira.
Yay.
Miss Anna de Bedre.
I have bought a tofa. Conso.
Ebonoa.
Achi Ebonoa here.
Ebonoa. Yeah, Ebonoa Kwana was etching.
Why be you?
Brown and Yabuche. Nape crossover check suffer for no. So for now, younger point more or more via different ideas no. Net yet you been some. I've been putting the wasn't Casablanca, yeah, FSC part of square. Trouble be no money deep. Trouble be can say John the man back what tem or what tem we are. You be in the cool. Then our patch there. Then our patch there. Some of them then bra as a Ghana for young kwan ye pay idea who was the same. And she must have found that ya my no more be one ma. Ya want you. But I as a Ghana, I want to be baby so funny a malam for no. So a deep idea almost church no. So as we use a bra and no credit. Other cannot open or open. So for my disca, I go more so that at the car, Papa Mu, at the fear Papa Mu. Now, no more church members every. Still, only two of them. Other into that. Brian Fenn is you on. Sasa mi can make us and baby, smart time is my character. Grandpa Rollins obey cool a year back.
79, no, sub 81.
No, Memphis over from 71 to 81, or from 81 to 92. How many years?
We're looking at about 11 years.
11 years. And I was having a civilian government, how many years?
Obeying for 8 years.
8 years. Everything, or the Memphis 71 and 20, I become more years.
Yeah, so we're looking at 19 to 20 years. Yeah.
Okay, sometimes we make us some yeah. I'm ready to say you. One more ready to say. Yeah, so I'm matching. I pick up for Edward Moko events registration center. Yes, you can hear. Bra. Oyama Makumayami out there.
Why 50 quote?
50 quote. Oyama Makumayami ya. One man who should do. One man who wants it.
Enti the Okano. What the only nyadwene 10 bank yes ana be so che
the man na that's one quote 10 one I see na you post one quote 10 and me just say papa no bibia no man bit na adada no ma asa quote 10 na how no say o ka asem na ka asem no na the atam na the fam so e the atam na the be mu so e
oh so o ka say siko fancy na sabi enya di atem sa
oh bra
nye di that say the cobro for kasa ni mu a o say obi a ase hwe say be bia sani mehu say odi bia ye wo sika ana say your brempo na ma sha say oh say sani nyami shawate na me so ni kwa kotodwem siko fancy no one yes we DNDC for that difficult as mo kai no enhwe ni mu ene ase o krokro bi e wo di bia e so bro so
enhwe aka kasa ma edin
it will say what dear term no.
Bra e wo kwan bia wo se ko ka sam no ma ina ti ase
e di catch me wa 1% kwan Mahama be ko tete o ka be ka de say sani
bra mama o be ko tete
fa hu fifi kwete shoe me de catch me say ka o address it public o be ka de say
fifi kwete e bet ma ka se mo ka se mo be ko de mama be ko tete mo nya abotre papa no amu was one quarter and more beyond Hannah. Simple.
Okay. Matthias, yeah.
Papa no one quarter and more beyond Hannah. Simple. But it was never said do one more. We better some more or we better to two. Now so some of us can't some technical and come between but one. No get to turn up the diagram or the most all
Yenya ti SNDC for bebre na ani anyi fifi kwete nsem kan na ho. I won kwa na manfo so de o madwene ba wa akra ho.
No go for the can say. Because I'm going to say, me fiasa na ni kan
Yeah. But obi so onye ni fie no be hu ni say waka he's been very open and candid. At the end of the day no. Oh ade no akwara wo no be wuro de du kofi Yesu kuro be wu nti de ntafe no be korokoro obi a. Yey.
Yeah, nsem bi won kan. Me say met ma ka de me pe bia enkosi de bia. Oh no wo ye no party no. Who knows that party anymore? Party bia wo nsem. I to say Brady e bush penny. E ka nsem a another could be born.
Okay.
We ka nsem ni ya ma no.
Mate, Sani.
Yes, I was a penny ko person di boni a. O person di boni o di ba ti obi. Akosi ko yesi.
E
ba me to say the minimum.
Yeah.
So
Matthias, yes, Sani. Yes, I'm for callers living cow home. Yeah, that's why. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Gideon Jasumame. Yeah, for Abeku. Upon to say.
Sariji.
Afishapa.
Afi como se.
So which be aboko.
Boko mi am jinsa akra and ojira ofro visa bray. Boko na where?
Me kasa fi we wa akra this year wa akra. So which wa akra.
Ya buru topics so ye ni kobo. Yeah. Cause of it.
And a MPP the American opposition, I'm just saying I must have confuse opposition role.
Nade.
MPP now MPP for the past 1 year. Janem be on between Diana and the park. No. Tell MPP vote means that say, isn't a man for trade. Tell which I was say, Obi ya the now, because you know, on a mistake, and I can't make you one. What's the employer mistake there?
Oh, better than who yeah.
That before the NDC fund. One for NDC for me to mistake that. But so party in power na mistake or your mistake and opposition when you be dangerous so and what?
Correct, no correct.
It's a politics a business. It's a way of political party no when you strategy. Now, what the politics the would just sign panel. The anybody here come for the Macamo go again near the Kelena. You want to be able to say that you put in June give you. That's why I MPP good for the time. Now, any the person for the good for the jet. And for almost evidence in by a trap, baby, good Janadina, Bama, Ghana, and a quack. Abana rented a jet. Memoir. Now, she MPP for the Muguedi. Everybody to pay Mama. I get it. Now, Mama, I saw them, Madame Suma. And so, Mama, I had jet to Dubai. Tell her, when you have a trouble, I get a project and would be oh, come here, Janet, Mama, frying pansa. All the 2 months, Mama had jet to go to Dubai. Now, Mama saw up down Suma. I saw them. It's a channel, Mama, crowd. Everybody gets to come for. Oh, I can try. I can't and a president.
Obi and Shedan falls serious.
It's the MP want to watch it. As some of the phone come over your canine. Who buy ya was a good board of book, and then go with the evidence at Chibu. Since you want to submit the air, then I can't say. So we're dancing on family mountain because your MP won't do finance in that mountain.
Hey, Baroque,
yes. You're probably have been 2 weeks. But this time, gonna fly more wiser than those time, no. So which in the social media and the traditional media and I'm going to MPP and they go. And now the young son of comes if I come and tell you being answer. And that's which you made them before me, who they are baby out.
No correct, yeah.
And then we go come to become a town match and my agenda more MPP.
The good thing is that
for me.
The good thing is that Sami Jemfiabe make his statement. Only a chief executive officer of the Gold Board. That's why out of painstakingly, Minya compile segment in extraction. I may explain it to you. I want the masses to understand what Sami Jemfi says. So now the onus rests on the MPP. Based on what Sami Jemfi is saying, he's been exonerated. And there's nothing wrong. And the MPP now, as a political party, need to come out. Because you're telling us that Baroque was incorporated in the year 2025, which was false, according to Sami Jemfi. It was in 2015. During your term, you were indirectly using their services. So why that being in haste? So a whole lot of things that the MPP need to come out and defend themselves, yeah.
But I said no more I said me say which you true me can me mashiase. What I say and to who quarter so me here also to mashiase. In 10 years say you kwa no bo na mo so mashiase na bo na mo washiase. Every time before put am no. What I say isn't go mo trouble bo ase. Na aban be mistake because you ban who did the dig on mistake no. Na wa can answer. Tell
Abe.
No, I attorney general. Me say na one can answer, but me the care from you. I attorney general.
Dominic.
Say, Edmund National is Edmund National is as a Minister of Justice. No, attorney general. So on to me, yeah. The rich ya ni trouble mo pese mama. On page mama. Then people who for mama.
Okay. Yeah. I think yeah.
Information minister so na yesra. Of information minister so na yesra. How much information minister mama? Because the rich press conference or press conference no
action. But you know, in the area of law, a complex kakra. Intina yebeman benefit of the doubt. In the area of law, no, I am the
Sir Richie, 1 year ni. Sir Richie, 1 year ni. Down on the castle, no, if you to castle, me to say. Mahama, by I should you, a book by 4 years, sent me MPP back to Oklahoma. So, yeah, where?
Me aware, pa, but the only your friend say, Chama to me, they say, Yaguru, and them cry obey week, innit?
Oh, now won't you Casey, and now say, I didn't say, you wouldn't win tonight. May I won't be going to the charge me that one. So, able to charge me brave, but the one they taking it serious. The point I'm going to make over Adomeka, he didn't say. That on my shampoo for being in Tower check. Then again, Ghana overtaken me, view, because it was your take an operator to the percentage, 1% or insurance go back to 1%. Now, every people who start the academy. Yeah, it's a hand of Mama Catcher and say, yeah, by a sky train number $2 million a year. So, which what you say? Yes, yeah, Japan, board is a rebel too. Board $2 million I can say, Richie. On the year, you've been in a post. No highway, no. Road, no. On the Namasama, when I run a thing, fast can I for you. No, I told you also, yeah. Get that press conference.
Action. Action. Thank you. Man, my press conference be wrong. Thank you. Boys and Yabri, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Was a press conference, no? Am I Gideon okay? We are Mr. Bonsu. Gideon, upon to say. Nice one. Average Japa.
I think say my comment on difficulty issue, no, my address it the legal issue, no, because and name me Juma and I am a professional me work in David. Minya difficulty as some no kind, no, yeah. Yes, me NDC ni born and bred. Utie ushe idea that ye ni so okwanye fa so ade ti NDC yes or make a comment be or say cadets may come go. So yes, but you see the idea about community difficulty enya adwene say enye NDC members they started calling Mahama for third term. Ghana for Mimi Okromwa, Ghana for.
Okay.
Ghana for na started and your majority leader erase what Ghanaians are saying in parliament.
You know, I census be and say ye survey be. I survey be and say your statistics be a chance Ghana for out of the 34 million population with the voting number of about 16-17 million. Survey be yeah. That's because of the conversation, Gideon. It will be a lot of Serigi. Yeah, survey be. Now after that, the sample, you know, nipa do say papa number 30, yeah.
Mami explaining so. There's never been a survey or anything done by the government or whatever to substantiate this.
Okay.
Uche radio. Now uche in some kwa. Yeah. But info analytic. We be aba.
Akwame. Hey. No akezu
months ago. Sorry. Anyway, be aba say Ghana 4% Mahama ede echo second term. Na utie u Ghana me Ghana sesi ameka kire me ne ukase ene me ankasa me ye research. Enti me ankasa maba Cape Coast. Na utie niema nkrofo ye a eka sebi o MPP 4 kra percent Mahama ede echo second term. A sign about na bamboo or the other. Yes, this one is being a debate. You know, Kasi, you A plus, class or no, or testing law, no, because of person Mahama Ede, ever second term. And yet, NDC 4 and a started second term. Ghana citizens and they started third term for Mahama. And NDC majority leader and some of the parliamentarians are raising that topic, parliament.
Gideon, but for info analytics for no survey no send me because meaning say the global info analytics polling firm shows President Mahama enjoys a strong approval rating. Approval rating we are talking about here, 67% across Ghana.
When you
as he completes the first year of a second term, indicating broad public confidence in his leadership. No one mentioned about a third term.
Yes. No. See.
And he said he approval into no. You better find say I'm on for pedal for the third term.
See,
do me the favor and send it to me, please.
Messenger man, now what boy.
Oh, don't be saying for global info analytics today. I pull and he bet me I ready. I will be a team. Yeah.
Yes. Messenger man. That is one. And see, you fifi kote on yakuma. Yes, some people are saying this, but we all say, you see, the government is by the people and for the people. So at the end of the day, Ghana for say you person Mahama ekote tema. Me fifi kote oni bibiaka.
Okay.
Ghana for neka. But what must say?
Yeah, but the president with all his the president with his credibility, integrity, reputation, it doesn't want to soil it.
Exactly.
The president made measures, he's not interested.
Mahama nankasa ba out say, onye interested in third term.
But you never know the next 2-3 years.
Deputy Mahama no on ne ho. Ghana for ne din na si ho. Enti Ghana for ka say, ye person ko third term a. Mahama only say.
I was all call.
Oblige.
Okay.
It's no. It's constitution now. Read the preamble now. Yes, the government is for the people and by the people.
And Abraham Lincoln's worker. Yeah.
Exactly. Into no say Ghana for at the end of the day say a plus in the case in the court. No, we need to say okay. Mama and and one is on a referendum.
Near her majority being enough. I amend the constitution. No. Yeah, they are questioning.
The president Ghana Bahama court tema ufifi kote unya sembiaka mimi amijina mimi asembiaka
Gideon and I say have a pleasant stay in Ghana.
No minge
who you say
minka asemba kote
I try 1 minute na na boku su jina so 18681 jina so be so
mimi so acha mijina so be
kwaso
you see in Crawford council you pese e jeli in Crawford me a lawyer ni ohana minim de wo. You see, who share the past 8 years? Now the former Attorney General, Otimi Kono wa yefe be witness tampering. No, wako yes no person do obitum. And this are buying tisa. So you kokota ye the evidence. And e di asem. Now Attorney General we say on making sure say Ghana ni bia so ye NDC ni o ye MPP ni o. You do betum wrongly. Into fact, imra kwan so I an investigation. No nya investi onya ni witnesses ni facts ni evidence na odwa court. You find no due process. Yeah? And this in NG persecution. Yeah, persecution. Yeah, prosecution. Until me pacho yetie for no by explain chiro.
Gideon.
The will of justice Gideon. Slowly.
Spare me the rhetorics here, Gideon. For Christ's sake, brother.
Yeah.
So are you telling me, sir, we cannot facilitate every single effort by way of bringing someone to book based on said the person, maybe the monthly salary was 10,000 Ghana cedis. He's been able to accumulate wealth worth about $5 million within the wake of 2-3 years. Why can't we set his income against his expenses, how luxurious life is living, and then make drastic approach? We don't call that persecution. Okay. Of course, mathematically, me no me wo na se ba kuji 5,000 bosome. Na se I my cut down 2.5 million. Na me other source of income. Why should I be? Why can't you implicate me, Gideon? But for 1 minute, na yem for mo jina so no.
Aye, entity.
Maybe I'm ignorant. So tell me.
Kingdom. United Kingdom. and I've always said, and your emotions, and your facts and evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nipano, Ninkam name, so none when yes, it can be say, Minuti UK to see your Koto Range Rover, to see a need to cash. Your best submit your details, I'm police, no my investigate here. Now, police in say about you straight away on their investigation, and who said, Omania evidence.
Source of income, or source of income, or tax obligations.
Exactly. Exactly. They are charged you to court.
Correct.
The UK system in the choose say they will court. They are charged with that evidence.
Anyway, Gideon, you have a point from legal perspective. That's why we struggle. In some cases, will never get settled, and then people were exonerated, and the poor will remain poor. The vulnerable will remain vulnerable. Gideon, may that say? Let me say, we'll see in your time. This time, come on.
1 second.
1 second. Or the 10 seconds.
You see, we share your Chrome Hanma. You didn't throw any corruption in it. It's not easy to get those evidence to settle cases.
Okay.
The mechanism say. The same people, the same Ghanaians now. Ochembamba say Attorney General one you adwuma ye no akọcha obi. Me pa mo chew mo mayema Attorney General no.
Enye na adwuma.
On an investigation. Say the be court obe winning cases. Yeah, situation now. Pia o share the former disgrace Attorney General.
Yeah, nipa make Gio mogu line echi no. Mama amre next week. You be classroom with them. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Ayabogu. Hello, 681.
Hello. My chair.
Open against here, Nana Pia, Nana Hackney, East London. Yamonkomo.
Now, me say, your friend say, your politician, see, Nana, Omogin say, Sabi, I didn't know that it's Chimono. Yeah, 5 years too much.
Nana day.
Because, let's see, and somebody I know, and as a kind of what majority of us intimate and never make an say. Send me enough of you see can I say me. Was it Ghana? Yet it's a one crony. It's not like that. Because your friend said, a police officer, Kwame Nkrumah, or the yeah, took you about Kwame, or the book according. Danny Pano. Now, or ye or domain or sacrificing a muja, effort, or Maya, ye Timus, ye join. And these all cast here to tea and crony and Iswa. Sabi, as a politician, or one, and Yadia, you're going to say, yeah,
yes, I see a jatum, your dumb, sir.
What did they mention? I say, because they say, if we tell a ya, who watch it,
yes, and
they charge, and they say,
I cause fear and panic, and they be like a canoe.
Of course, fear and panic, and oh, yeah, yeah, and a chain said, we did not platforms, and the woman seeker. Ada war, a catcher will say, or Bobby see currency, and now say, or Bobby, you walk 1 year amount. A quaya will not show a kumni by your Ghana. Your main road, you've been far a kum. Yeah, near the other. Now, politicians, Jimmy Bidger platform to a catcher and say, bye, may we, say, why are they not being charged? Almost
misleading information, luring us into believing so Obayajuma.
Again, I didn't think a police for Omudi, Sani, and Omtini Panye, because it's the more no, we can say, or Prom Chromos, and why in some Okana, and your facts near the other. But Samian was doing the same thing. I know can someone anymore a year, you know.
By then, yeah.
I didn't see and now into me any woman say, yeah, Sika, number 4, Nipa Motishu, Ibia Motishu, only the police for any more.
A very good point, Banana. I was here, Bisa politician. Rashid, what you man know? Your betcha politicians be next week. Maybe some more day at the match.
Because they have to be watching them because Omuni lawmakers, Omuna am Brano, Assisi, Hachi, Sa Ibutile, Anamebwa.
Correct. Exactly.
You know, so any Sa, you know, a idea. Then, Omuma platform, so we are in they have to start, your friend saying, say,
I'm sure say I should be also, yeah. I guess I couldn't ye, Nana, I couldn't ye that. Nana, I was say. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The evening, Jimmy just say, way back, no, because say, everybody is sick. Everybody is sick. Everybody got everybody. Yes, not to try near
Nana Brochira Hanuman can get day. A hand come by resigning. What does it? By any sanity.
Your friend is saying, the finance minister was okay. At the end. Say a car, Bubu, on the number, Ubia, Jimmy, Sunny.
Okay, in Anado. Okay, Anado. And now come Mahama.
What am I say?
Mahama.
Or no any ministers. Ever say,
Yempeno, was it open? I know. I'm a scash.
Or number now. Ubia, Jimmy.
And the guy watching Anado. And he ain't watching Anado.
Because you see, now we the hero. Yes, sir.
Wakofa lawyer kesiye bi pa. Nana, madam was pia yembre nti. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Nana. Bye. Mr. Bonsu, only edu betwa to Mr. Wayet mi fa ko bia me hu say 52 awani abre power che tu fa ko bia bia after Mr. Bonsu. Mr. Bonsu, you're welcome. Yeah, Joso, Afishiapa.
Now, Openi, yes, we gold board in any sense of more kings. Openi, also, yes, I say SMO focus in by Sia to say the could do a pong from my Casano. Sia, Nasamijan Ficasa, that time people for speak, you know, how to say they say this for Casania no credit, and no credit until Sabine society. And even who say, hey, into dream Nikata, she said, they're possible. Into opening Sassam Nidia, copying star by Bessano. And now, before from a banner, me cash and found home. Shall buy this son, and you be who the woman casa. No penny, I send me a 50 could take Kenya, a month for a to tea and to be man. 50 could take and then Obasha say cat at me. Almost shall stay a mobile or more change NPP for Uncle for my years Sicania Deno. Obabe Jina, Honum Saka said, your uncle within the NDCR. Almost said Chira, or more catchy deals. Emma and Crofona, Yabechu, when they said the Beja, Uncle Fono, or Mushay. And then a few feet or where outspoken about Sanya Masi, Wakabida. Oh, Wakabida. And I tell him, yes, or more, can I Gideon by a fact? Gideon, I think so, a lawyer. He deals with facts into getting the facts here. Global info analytics, or my number, no man for 30. Oma get number here, no more for near mammy and Omo for presidential term extension. Omo for separation of powers. And Omo for age threshold. Into Omanya for 30. No more share extension is a be on from 4 years back for 5 years. Into Oma
I don't put things are within the confines of the election review committee. And I'm going to proposals here.
Third term, no, open third term, a entrenched position. A entrenched position, and no parliament ni a won't account. We are just said about referendum. I'm a referendum, 40% in a what's a 40% of registered voters in a what's a 2 abano. The 2 abano we are he has a 75%. Echo yes for the third term. 18 year idea is just easy. Now, open you, because you practice the cars and be. Now, me sure my most are some no canny and no crack. Say NDC proceed this third term out. On my manner easy, I'm an NPP beba power. But that's it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bonsu. I was of had any Jumedi I would like to say thank you very, 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 very much. Very much. I said, Uncle, Mamma, you're from Guvima for Sir Richard, I don't know from here. Me Pejami Mui and then you remember that if you are branching out, then Zabredi right after me. DJ Makosa was a walla. I was jamming. I must say, Siri Kajania said, Mama's choice before not bear or Jaman Sudu on my bonsa and Kabi. Remember official pebium. God willing, next week. Nana Kudria of Irif, Nana Yankwada. Nana Michabi, Honorable Fico, upon to say. Papa ni nu tete onu abolo tete abeku bechamu gina. Thank you very much and thanks once again. Take care of yourself until next week. It's Tala. Bye.
Rainbow Radio.
Yedi abrochiri aba Ghana. Yedi Ghana akwa abrochiri.
Me obesuma. Enti me twin me kunu yem kom. Ebinom say a true inti in a yawari action. Nanso, the secret and say, Mikojo moi, Yamisha, your mama's choice. Say your mama's choice for four. Say your mama's choice abe. Nigari, anaso mama's choice mackerel. And one ajimawari esiwo you. Mama's choice.
And now can you say you love? Mama's choice. A kaime kwa ibrichumediane. The best choice to make is Mama's Choice. Mama's Choice, a Ghanaian dish and oye, or boykia for chidom, and I'm say, or to end by any if we Ghana for, no dia pomodin bina asane akamu. Mama's Choice for food is so, and this a yanum de yaukana F Kikatezi Sodom, who quite a manswa, and my choice beer and that dow. You say Mama's Choice for food, Mama's Choice abe, Mama's Choice Gary, Mama's Choice mackerel, never Chihuahua race. Mama's Choice products now in all UK shops. For bulk purchase, call 078-0822-5757. Mama's Choice. Be dear, you be